Shattered.
See you.
Yeah, you know what I think we should do? We should invite everybody who's submitted a question to come on at the same exact time, so we can just make the ending a complete clusterfuck.
No, be like, when we ask you, we're gonna put you on Skype. Right? There's gonna be a 5 count. Don't speak. We're gonna say, please ask your question, and then ask your question right away, and tell it to everybody.
Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. From A to B.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast Uncut.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shattered Cast Uncut, episode 200. Episode 200 extravaganza. Gonna have a wild and crazy night, huh?
It is going to be wild and crazy. You know what there is, Robert? There's no rules.
The no rules night, full of a schedule, which insinuates a rule, but still, it's.
I think
no
we
holds
all
barred.
have to acknowledge the work that Greg put in to kind of make this all organized.
Oh yeah, yes, definitely. You go ahead and explain that, Bobby.
So we all procrastinated in typical Shattercast fashion in order to find out what to do for the 200th episode, and we had lots of ideas, but a lot of them weren't logistically possible. So what we ended up coming up with was allowing listeners of the show to come onto the show to ask a question and allow them to engage. And we came up with it Sunday night, and I think Greg made all the logistical shit happen within 24 hours, basically, from then. So he put in a lot of legwork. A lot of this is owed to Greg.
Good job, Greg.
Absolutely. Good job, Greg.
Matthew triggered in the pre-show, so he won't talk. No matter what, we can't get the fucking guy to talk.
Yeah. We think that maybe around 7:45 Central Standard Time he might start to talk.
Speaking of people on the show, Bobby, say hello to everybody.
Hello to everybody.
And did you get anything or check anything out this week?
I'm glad you asked, Robert. I actually got very little. I got the S.H. Figuarts Star-Lord.
Who?
Exactly. I got the Lost Light graphic novel Volume 1, which I haven't had a chance to crack yet. And I got...
what are you constipated?
Right. And I got a pack of repro labels.
For which figure?
So the review will be coming in the next couple of weeks. It is for...
Wayfo. Watch and find out.
Fans Toys, Phoenix, Fans Toys, Willis, and... let's see what the fuck else. TFC Defensor, Unique Toys, Abominus, MMC Dickamus, and some random faction label stuff. So, and to be fair, they sent it to me on the arm. So I want to mention that we hooked up at TFCon, and I was like, "Look, man, if it's trash, I gotta say it's trash." And they're like, "We don't care. We don't have any competition. Say what you gotta say." And I was like, "Fair enough." So,
consequently, I'm going to use this show to announce my own label endeavor. We're going to call it Reproduced Labels.
Reproduced Stickies. No?
There we go.
But they were very cool about everything. So I don't have any.
Oh, very good. That's very interesting. Very interesting. You had a good week?
It wasn't bad. I'm trying to finish this room in my basement. I don't quite have the money, but I feel like I can hustle it out to get what I need to get it done. But dealing with contractors and stuff in order to kind of really get it done is a pain in the dick. But I am moving and shaking. I've switched some things up in the basement. I got my wife on board now. She's fucking searching for sconces and shit. So I am. I think I've got it hook, line, and sinker at this point.
So how you're have you said what you're gonna make this room into? Because you haven't mentioned it.
Yeah, it's a home theater.
It's a home theater. Now, if I recall, I saw a photo that you showed me today. Is this the room that used to be your box room?
No, the picture that I sent you today is the room that used to be my box room. Yes, but that is not the home theater room. The home theater room is what used to be the diorama studio, and the box room is now doubling as a storage room and the diorama studio.
Wait, you mean the bathroom?
Right.
The tub, everything's in the fucking tub. Why don't you just get rid of your boxes?
Well, I actually am getting rid of a lot of them. I'm only not
just keep Takara and Fans Toys.
No, those are the two I'm definitely getting rid of. I'm
never telling them.
Exactly.
Robert, would you throw away something you created? I mean, let's be honest here.
Right. Everybody makes mistakes, Greg.
So I'm only getting rid of the boxes of the shit that I don't think I'll be selling.
Okay. All right. I just got your joke, Greg. That was funny. I was too busy on my abortion joke. How many seats are going to be in your theater?
My goal.
8.
My goal is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wife is like, now she's getting on board and she's thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll see how it goes.
You gonna have a concession stand?
It's called my kitchen.
You gonna have a popcorn maker? You gotta have one of those old school popcorn makers running. No.
No. It's modern.
No ticket booth. You're gonna have a ticket booth at the front door of your house.
No, dude. Why don't you relax? It's not about business. It's about enjoying the cinema.
He's gonna have it at the top of the stairs, and the Tetra Jets are gonna be wearing the little old-timey uniforms.
All right. And what about a TV screen? What are you gonna just have a pull down? You're just gonna get a giant TV. You're just gonna do an extra review that week. Get a big TV.
I'm getting I was thinking about whether to go projector or whatever. I'm gonna get a 70-inch TV and just be done with it.
3D.
I am going to no 3D. I am going to hardwire it for a projector just in case the technology changes and it seems more approachable. But for right now, no.
Huh. All right. Speaking of approachable, Justin, say hello.
Hi.
What did you get this week, sir?
Let's see. So I got more Proton Pack parts. That's always a plus. I got a upgrade head piece. Well, not a head piece, like a neck piece for the Toy World Devastator. So you can kind of look down and stuff now, which makes them all that much better.
Wow, so many parts for that.
Yeah, not really. What else did I get? Oh, I got Fans Toys Cute, like everybody else. And I love him. I think he's awesome. And then the final thing I got, so because I've been building this Proton Pack, I'm like, I'd really like some figure representations of the Ghostbusters in my house more than just like the Legos or the Playmobil things that I have. So I went online and I found a set of Ghostbusters for like, I think it was like $40 shipped. And I was like, great, I'll get them. Ordered them. Because I saw online they were like $20 a piece or whatever. So I was like, $40 for the 4, that's a great price. And then the same day I hit order, friend of the show, Andrew, he sent me a link. Goes, guess what Five Below has? I'm like, God damn it! So all 4 of them were available for $5. So I basically paid double price. But my Five Below never has anything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and never go there and assume they never got them, and it was worth it. So I mean, it was cheaper than getting them on BBTS, and I gotta say, I'm put up the review for them probably this Friday, and the head sculpts mostly are good, except Ray's is just flat out abysmal. Looks like someone hit him in the side of the head with 2 sledgehammers. So it's pretty funny. I don't think it's gonna scratch the need for the representation of the Ghostbusters. I'll probably look for another set. And I was looking, and there's a SH Figure Arts Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which I knew of. But why are there no Ghostbusters? Like, come on, Figure Arts. I need some Ghostbusters.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because Ghostbusters have actual faces to tackle.
I don't know. I think Figure Arts could do it. I think they could pull it off.
You know,
well, they could now, I think. But...
Justin, I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm saying this as a friend.
Uh-oh.
I'm saying this as someone that cares about you, that listens to you, that knows your interests, your loves, your wants, your needs, and desires.
Prepare to be judged.
I think you might need to go 1/6 for your Ghostbuster collection.
Yeah, I think that's probably. I mean, that honestly, that's going to be the most accurate representation I'm going to get if I really want to do that. I still wouldn't mind the Figure Arts version, just like a Figure Arts version, I'm saying, because the accessories and stuff, like Figure Arts nails that type of thing. But like this set that I got, like they have proton packs and that's it. And like wait till you tune in on Friday to see the articulation. Like really? I'm like, come on, Mattel, like let's not make action figures from like the 60s here. Like let's put some articulation in these things. So I don't know. It was disappointing, and at the end of the day, I'm like, these are not the Ghostbusters I want. So you're probably right. The 1/6 scale is probably what I'm gonna end up needing to have at some point.
Are you referring to the Matty Collector ones?
Yeah, these ones are not the Matty Collector ones, but they're still by
No,
Mattel.
I mean the 6 scale, the ones that they had at Big Lots like a few years ago for like $10.
Probably not those ones. No.
Oh, I like those. Those look really good. I think they were Ghostbusters too, though, because they had the slime packs and stuff. But
yeah.
I kick myself for not buying those, even though they're dolls.
Is 1/6 scale the? Is that like Black Series size?
No, that is quite a bit bigger. It's like about a foot tall.
Oh, like NECA.
Mm-hmm.
No, not like NECA. Not like NECA.
They'd be going your Hot Toys.
Like Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby wants a NECA size. He's pushing NECA on everyone now.
You want a NECA, motherfucker?
Matt, are you done triggering, dude? Can you please say hi to everybody?
Hello?
Oh, he came out of his triggers. Say hi, Matt.
Hey, everybody. Barely hear y'all. Fuck.
What did you get this week, buddy?
What?
Okay.
Justin, you done? Did you finish saying what you got?
I am.
Matthew, what did you get this week? Can you tell us? We're so glad you're finally speaking. All right. Maybe you trick again.
Storm Center 9 in the house.
All right, we'll get back to Matthew. Hey, Gregory. Hi. Gregory?
So.
Alrighty, Matt. Let us know when you're home.
Before we get to Greg.
Roll up your
bad?
window.
Is it bad?
It's pretty bad.
It's a little bad.
Oh. Okay.
It's kind of bad because you can't fucking hear us.
No, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Good.
I didn't have the speaker on. Sorry.
Right. What did you get this week, Matt?
I got to check out some stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. I got to check out the Iron Factory Combaticons, the legs, and what else I get? I did get the Dinobots in, but I did not. I'm not done. I haven't looked at them very much, but I'll get the others tomorrow.
The other ones are coming tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's it. I didn't get anything personally, but yeah. I lost 14. I lost 4 more pounds, so I'm down 14 pounds now.
Very good, Matthew. Well, since it was your turn to host, Matthew, you can just take over from now on. We're now saying hello to Greg. Say hi to Greg.
You just take over. I won't, because I'll have to. When I get out, I have to, get off and everything. So.
All right.
Host.
All right. Well, now I really want to say hi to Greg. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Robert.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. You really did do a good job putting this together at the last minute. It was pretty impressive.
One of us had to do it, Robert.
Yes, you did, and it was a good job. What did you get this week, Greg?
I got that Omega Supreme 3D printed chest logo that I ordered like 2 weeks ago, and it went on an impromptu tour of the southwestern United States and finally ended up in the Midwest, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, mine shipped like 2 weeks ago, or whenever like it first went on sale a week ago, and it still hasn't arrived. I'm afraid to check the tracking because it's probably like in Alaska right now.
Yeah, I think a shipment out of that post office got shanghaied. Got waylaid. Shanghaied's not the appropriate word. I don't know if waylaid is either, but you know. I didn't get anything else. I didn't get anything else actually.
No.
Nope.
Mm.
There's
What
nothing.
did you get? What did you get, Rob?
So moving on to.
My bad. I was off cue that time. I usually get that, but I was off.
I know. I didn't get anything, I don't think, other than I started reading the comics. And shout out to Gort. He hooked me up. I purchased a bunch of comics from him. So yeah, I'm reading the origin of Megatron, the factory worker who's so upset that he got laid off that he's going to kill everybody now. And I think I'm up to book 4, comic book 4. It's pretty good. Pretty cool. It's interesting how all the Autobots, like they're just throwing in as many G1 bots as you can recognize in there, and just doing nothing. I mean, it is all about Megatron though, so it's as Bobby would say, it's fine.
Right.
It's fine so far. At first I was like, ooh, I want to get the toy, but now I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. But it's interesting stuff. Pretty cool. Like at one point in one of the frames, when like the gladiatorial combat was really getting big. Right when Megatron gave his speech to like, oh fuck this, let's just kick everyone's ass in the world. There was the Grimlock was in there, but it was like the War Within Grimlock. I'm not sure if he's in the other IDW comics, but is War Within IDW?
No, it's Dreamwave.
So yeah, he was in one of the shots. Like he was talking about fighting in the pits. So that was weird. But yeah, that's it. I didn't get anything else. I don't think so. No. So are we moving along straight to? No, we're not ready for calls yet. We still got 10 minutes. What do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's talk about fucking having 200 goddamn episodes. Goddamn it.
All right, let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, that's what, fucking 4 years?
Let our hair out, roll down the windows.
I mean, it's something to be said for that. 4 years is a long trek.
In another 152 episodes, you could listen to one episode a day for a year. Exciting stuff.
I feel like you're not giving the credit it's due.
I think it's also
cards on the table.
I think it's also cool that we kept the main core of people too. I mean, we've lost a couple here and there, but I mean, we kept mostly the same people throughout the 4 years.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. That we stay in each other for that long.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we just talked about it a little bit last week, but 4 years ago we started the show to give it a run, and now I feel like not for nothing, like 4 years later, or it's 200 episodes. It has been referred to as the gateway drug to the pool table, and many more podcasts, and I don't know, it's fucking awesome. Anybody have any memorable moments because how long do we have before we have to make our first call?
9 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any memorable moments?
I would safely say 7, just to be sure.
Justin, what's your memorable moment?
Oh, thanks for throwing that on me. I don't know. There's a lot of different things. I mean, Matt always has probably the most memorable lines of the show. So it's always kind of remembering Matt. Memorable moment, though? I don't know. That's a real tough one to answer off the top of my head.
I'll tell you, mine was definitely, I think it was episode 160 something. No, it couldn't have been that. Could it have been that late? It might have been just 60 something.
Hey, Matt,
Matt,
you need to hit that button and not cover it with your finger.
Roll your windows up.
I'm gonna need you to relax, Matt.
I am. I'm not doing anything. What are you talking about?
I just, if you're not talking, Matt, I just need you to mute because it's a lot of ambient noise.
Or in fairness, just call us back when you get home. I mean,
or that, whatever.
200 episodes in and we still have problems with mics.
Oh, he hung up.
But, the time I went in on RFC, and then RFC sent me a little nasty email, and then I had to send them a little nasty email, and we had to have this little correspondence back and forth, and then we finally got, we found our middle ground, and I'm cool with all those guys now, but, that's one of my, that's one of my most memorable moments of all of it.
Greg?
Well, in fairness, Robert, there've been so many. How can I really choose? Justin, you
know what? I'm gonna throw out my most memorable moment, and it has nothing to do with any of the episodes, but it's the first time we all kind of met up together at TFCon. I think that's probably the most memorable SCU moment for me. So Robert was off getting massages, and then he was only available by a heart-shaped phone call on Greg's chest.
Yep.
Wasn't that the second time we met, though, excluding Robert?
I think so, yeah.
My memorable moment was when that dumbass gave us $200 to be on the show. Remember that dude?
Yeah, Tyler? Yeah.
No, I think
that other one. Tyler got on?
That other one.
That other guy, he was driving to pick up his mother-in-law, smoking a cigarette with his top down on the fucking Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah. That's one of my most memorable. It was the first time I got on. That was great because we had all been talking before that anyway. I mean, you know what I miss? I miss, like, before I got on, I used to always post memes. Like, whenever we were waiting for the show to upload, me and a bunch of people would just fucking post obnoxious memes telling you to fucking upload the show already, and we'd just be pissing Justin off. I've been doing that a long time, pissing Justin off.
Go ahead.
No.
No, I was gonna say, like, I always talk about this memory, but I'll never fucking forget that night. I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy. It was the night that we put up our first fucking GoFundMe. And, like, now it doesn't seem like a big deal because now, like, we put up GoFundMes or we just sell pre-orders for shirts, and the ROC can just sell pre-orders for shirts, and Nerd Rage can just have a Patreon. And, like, everybody can just do their own thing, but, like, the first time we did it, we were nervous as fuck, and we put up our first fucking, like, GoFundMe, and I remember walking into Guardians of the Galaxy, turning off my phone, and turning that bitch back on when I was walking out of Guardians of the Galaxy, and people saying, we've already fucking made it. Like, we already made the money that we needed to get the t-shirts and sweatshirts made. Like, it's fucking nuts. That's another memory I'll always have.
Yeah, that was cool. I remember that. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I remember when we posted some pictures of ourselves this year, and someone said, oh, it's Bobby and Robert. Who are the other two guys? Like, what? What?
Hey, guys, so in 2 minutes, we should make the first call. I'm actually going to go relieve myself just to make sure I don't have to miss anything. So I'll be back in, like, 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
And you guys saw the list, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. You could have just said step away.
Yeah, well, it's all about honesty, right, Robert?
Not always. I think my first show was very memorable. Also, another memorable moment was when we all got together at Charlotte, and I met Oscar at the hotel, and I brought him to the bar right away.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat down. I was like, "Want to have a drink?" And he's like, "Sure." I was like, "It's on me. What do you want?" He's like, "Whatever." So I was like, two whiskeys. He's like, "Oh, Jesus, fuck, man. It's 12 o'clock." And we just started pounding whiskey. And he got hammered. Like in just a half an hour, Oscar was hammered, and then Justin comes with Bedell, and he he was so sloppy trying to be all proper and polite because Justin's wife was there. It was really fun. It was fucking slob. He was sloppy drunk. It was a lot of fun.
It was pretty epic.
Yeah, but the show. Yeah, I think every show, you never know when something good will happen, something magical. And you can't. You gotta kind of just hang out and be yourself. And if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'll tell you, I feel like we definitely, we don't rehash old stuff. Well, we do, but that's part of the joke. But we always come up with new stuff just on the fly. No, I guess not.
No. I do know. I mean, there is a charm to the nonsensical, element of it. We're supposed to add our first person. Does anybody have this? Okay, just stay on top of it. Does anybody have this address to add?
The names or addresses are beside. Yeah.
Okay. Fair
I'm not kickback. I didn't double type everything. I put their name beside their name. I'm not big on punctuation and how to use it. All right.
I think the most memorable time we ever had on the show, though, was our 200th episode when Matt, and we told him, hey, hit mute or just hang up, and he hung up in a half a nanosecond and triggered immediately. I think that was the most memorable time.
Oh, man.
How do you find people on here?
Man, I thought Batman plans ahead.
Wait, add contact. All right.
I can't do it because I'm not hosting the call. I do not think.
Oh, there's two. Fuck.
What's the profile picture look like?
Neither of them have pictures.
No, hold on.
I'm trying this one.
Bobby, whatever one you think you're about to click, immediately switch to the other one and click it.
That's all right. We'll try this one.
This could be a more interesting.
So I'm gonna be honest. When I heard about what we're doing for this show, I'm like, well, that's gonna be a clusterfuck. So let's get started.
Yeah, this shouldn't be too much of an issue.
It is.
Jinx.
Let's see.
I hope it's a guy in Africa.
Come on.
I think that'll be the name of the show. It shouldn't be too much of an issue.
All right. Trying to.
Why don't you hit them up on Facebook and just. That's just.
I'm trying.
How many times are we doing this? 500.
We've handed off the technical part to our least technical person.
I'm the least technical person. I don't even try. Bobby at least tries and does it.
Okay. Our second least technical person.
All right. Well, you guys come up with a different little topic of conversation. Keep talking while I try to sort this out so it's not ultra weird.
So how about that Dinobot price? Huh?
Yikers Island.
No, Bobby, you can't talk. You try to iron that out. Yeah, I mean, $250? I mean...
I feel like this is going to be a huge test for how well Beast Wars is going to perform in the MP market. I'm sorry, I know there's a lot of people who really like Beast Wars, but, I just feel like that price is just outlandish. Even if he is a bigger figure than Prime and stuff, it just seems so far out there.
Even with more sprues, right? If it's focused on accuracy in both, oh my God, this is a clusterfuck. I got the kids screaming. Even if it's accuracy for both modes, good paint, high articulation, with gimmicks, with motorized tail and sound effects, I didn't hear about any. We've already mentioned it. Light up features. Is it still $250? Is that a good number? I mean, come on, is it?
Yeah, well, I feel like it's too much.
MP Soundwave was what, 170, and you still had to buy his accessories separately for $100. Just to be
Hello.
fair.
Emily!
Hey!
We have the Queen of
hi.
England.
Hello from England. England calling.
Emily, may I first thank you for all the help that you've done with the Q&As for me over the past couple years. They have been tremendous.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's good.
Awesome.
Wow, all the nerds right now are like, oh my god, it's a girl.
Is that a woman?
Is that a real life woman? What is that voice?
God. A girl that likes robots. OMG.
There are hot dogs just flying at the computer screen right now.
Oh my god, I can just feel them all just slapping against my face.
And someone's going back and forth on this one numerous times.
And now someone has finished.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's pretty sad, but it's true as well at the same time.
That's definitely true.
And when you post, Emily, if you post anything on Facebook, do you get like 100 likes?
No, I haven't. It's really unfair now. I think there must be some other girl that's come onto the scene. I must track her down. She's stealing all my likes.
Have you tried to take your shirt down as much as you can?
Oh, no, I'm done with that shit now. I've finished with it. I don't need to do that anymore.
Okay. I agree. You shouldn't have to do that, but I heard it helps.
Oh, yeah. You should, like, seductively put a robot in a picture as well. And just, sex those posts up a bit.
Definitely. Do you have a question for us, my dear?
I do indeed. So I've recently moved, and
congratulations, by the way. It's a nice house.
Thank you. Oh God, it's a shit tip at the minute. And I'm finding it really hard to unpack all of my robots. It's getting to a point where I've just left them in boxes. I can't even be asked to unpack them anymore.
Right.
Have you guys ever, moved your collections, and what kind of experiences have you had with moving?
So I could probably...
Go ahead. Go.
I was going to say, I probably can answer this one because I moved just like a couple years ago, actually. And I'm in exactly the same place. Like, I packed them up and then put them all in the closet, and I'm like, this is just too much work to take them all out. So it's like, as I need something, especially for a review, it comes out of the closet, and then like anything else is just in there. So like, every combiner is still stored away. Most of the MP cars are stored away. Like, anything that is just not fitting for either the review or just like the small little display collection I have out, it's just sitting there. So it's just taking up space at this point.
Well, don't you have... Okay, was your stuff displayed in bookshelves before? Do you still have those shelves?
So in my old house, a lot of this stuff was displayed in a lot of different places. So I had a little shelf that displayed some things. I had things on top of a dresser. Like, things were pretty much everywhere. I had a bunch of different places. Now I have like a dedicated room that I got the bookshelves for. But I don't want to just like cram everything on 2 bookshelves right now. So all in the closet.
Okay, so the room's not there anymore. The space, you don't want to just put it all over your house.
Exactly.
You want to have them in a dedicated space. But in that dedicated space, there's just not the real estate to have your whole collection out.
Exactly. Well, I mean, there's more room than I have. It's just like, just don't feel like taking them out. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have all the shelves? Are they empty?
No, I don't have all the shelves for that. So they're definitely in use. It's just, the stuff that I have available and out. Like, there's room on the shelves, but I don't want to overload it because I just don't think it looks good when everybody's standing shoulder to shoulder and there's just no space at all. That stoic thing, it's just not what I'm interested in my collection anymore.
I agree. What about you, Emily? Did you have the shelving prior and brought it over, or you didn't have the display space to start out with?
So because both of us collect toys, I've had to pack away 2 collections, and it's got, My Little Pony was that? What? It's not in my house. And it's got to be a chore now. It's like a massive chore and a massive task, and it's just not fun at the minute. Like, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! I'm unpacking loads of robots. This is so much fun." After a while, it's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just monotonous.
Well, do you have like empty shelves?
Yeah, we've got like a couple of Billy bookcases that are empty still.
I had I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
I moved from my townhouse into the house that I'm in now, and I had one tote full of G1 Transformers. I had 2 totes full of G1 Transformers, but when I moved in, I had 1 tote full of G1 Transformers. So I lost 1 tote full. I can't tell you everything that was in it, but it was fucking... I can tell you Ultra Magnus was in there, Sunstreaker was in there, Wheeljack was in there, Hound was in there, some numerous other stuff. Skylynx was in there, Triptychon, I think, was in there. So...
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's also the question is what's in those boxes? Is it all MP and third-party stuff that you love, or is it just a lot of shelf clutter that you just can't let go of, but you don't really care about anymore?
For me, it was just nostalgic shit. You know, it was like I tried to replace some of my G1 collection, and it never felt the same. Like, it didn't feel like mine. I have a few Pretenders, and I got Wheeljack back, but it doesn't feel like mine. It just feels like it's a stand-in. You know,
right?
I have no connection to it.
You could have had an Italian Minosaur, but you don't like Italians.
I'm part Italian, Robert.
I know you hate yourself a little bit. Emily, what about you? Is a lot of this like Energon stuff? I mean,
you what? That I love Energon. Shush your face. Energon is amazing. Unicron Trilogy is amazing. They're like bricks. You can break windows with them. To be honest, I think most of it is his stuff, and I think most of it is Bayverse stuff. So I'm just like, he can stay in the box.
Yeah, that's the best place to display it. So you don't really have that big of a problem then, right? Keep that shit in the box and display your stuff.
I actually displayed a lot of my Universe and Armada stuff at the Goodwill by my house. It was really great.
I mean, now you can enjoy the real estate. You can have actual battle scenes and stuff if you want, you know, and that's cool.
What about you, Greg?
I actually haven't had to move with my new collection, so I do dread it though. I dread the thought.
I mean, I had to move rooms, and that was annoying. I can't imagine having to actually move because you're not just the problem of moving your collection. You're moving your life, and the collection is this big pain in the ass that has to be. You have to transform everything. Like, how far ahead of time did you have to transform everything, Emily?
I think I started about a month and a half before we moved, but it was just like little bits at first, and then it just got like a week before we were like, oh, we've got so much stuff still left to do. But like a lot of the stuff you can just chuck in, like Universe stuff, you don't need to bubble wrap. You can just throw it in a box. It's indestructible. It'll be fine.
Right.
But then a lot of stuff you have to change into alt mode. You have to bubble wrap it. You have to make sure that like all the little bendy plastic bits aren't gonna bend in transit and stuff like that.
Well, I hate to cut you off, but we actually went over. We've got to call our next listener now. But
no, that's fine. Carry on, guys.
It was nice having you on. I wish we could have you on.
Very nice, and thank you for being the only female listener of Cast Uncut.
That's fine. I'm quite happy to hold that torch for you guys.
All right, shout out to Sharks.
Thank you, and thanks for shouting out to Sharks. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Emily.
That was cool.
That was cool. I'm trying to get a hold of Lotus. This contact is not working, so I might call Antoine.
He sent an email, and I told him to message you, which I think he just emailed, trying to figure out what he needs to add. I'm not sure of which one you're using.
He says, I'm gonna message him with mine real quick.
So while we're between things, let's go back to that Dinobot, shall we? We can keep talking about them.
Yeah. Let's keep going. We'll go back to that every time.
250?
I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and he brought up a good point where he always saw MP as opposed to a lot of the other lines that come out as like almost the non-gimmick line. Like MP has always been like, let's make faithful representations of the bot and its alt mode, and like things like the spinning sword and all that stuff, or the spinning shield, I should say, and all that. Like that stuff's not necessary. It's like the missile launchers and the, you know, all the little gimmicks that get crammed into all these other lines weren't present in MP, and like now, like it's cool. I'm sure the spinning tail thing probably looks cool, but like who's realistically reloading that thing with batteries every 9 hours so it's constantly spinning? You know, like it's just kind of a waste in my opinion.
Like we talked about today briefly, like there's people, they want it.
Yeah.
They bitch because Laser Wave didn't make sound. They bitch because Megatron didn't have lights, and they ask for the shit. So then people that are listening and Takara put it in,
right,
and then they complain about it.
Yeah, and I can't fault Takara for doing that. My question is, at 250, how many people are going to end up buying into this Dinobot? Like, I really do think that this is going to be the test on how successful Beast Wars can be as an MP line.
Well, I was
going to say, outside of Megatron, like, you know, you're kind of running out of, like, the big name bots that you can put out. You still need, like, Rhinox and Rat Trap and maybe a Black Arachnia and Megatron, but, like, I don't know. If it's all going that way, it's crazy.
Where do you draw the line? I mean, because that's big. I mean, that's.
Well, my thing was, they're including a bunch of accessories with them, like MP Soundwave, which everyone. Oh, mine's cracking at the hinge.
Here comes Mike, by the way, or Lotus. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have put his government out there, but we're at him now.
Hello,
Mr. Lotus.
What's up?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
Awesome. Glad we could make it happen. It's a very stressful evening trying to get these contacts all added. What's good, buddy?
All right, well, this is cool. So,
you have a question for us?
Yes, I do. So my childhood consisted of building system toys such as robotics, constructs, and legions of power. Did you have a favorite building system toy when you were a kid?
Mine was definitely Lego, but I did fuck with Constructs heavy. But Constructs, I used to make a lot of guns out of Constructs, because they were like a little bit more modular, and you could hold them like a real rifle. So we used to use Constructs for guns. But I did have Legos. They were just more expensive. But yeah, that was me. Anybody else?
Man. Well, yeah, no, fucking Lincoln Logs. Logs, fucking. I could build anything with those things. I was poor. I wasn't like you, Bobby.
I was poor.
I couldn't afford G.I. Joes. I only got one set of toys.
You just had Army Men?
No Army Men. I played in the dirt. I played with the dirt bombs. I threw dirt bombs at houses. So, is Constructs the thing? What was the thing that I remember I had it as a kid? You put together and it could be like a walking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Was that Constructs?
No, Zoids, I think.
Or robotics.
Robotics, I think. Yeah, older than Zoids. Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, Constructs were like they were like little sticks, and the sticks plugged into like little nuggets, and the nuggets had connectors on all 6 sides of the cube.
Mm-hmm. I had, I mean, of course, Lego. I think almost everybody's gonna say they had Lego.
Except for Robert.
Fuck Lego.
Robert. I did have one set of those Lincoln Logs, and like one set makes you make the exact same house like every single time because there's nothing you can really do with them. I also kind of like very, very briefly remember having those Kinects things, which were, I don't know, they had like cog looking things and like rods and stuff, and you could interconnect them and do weird things. But like I was never, I guess, creative enough to do anything useful with them. So I don't know. I think it all just boiled down to Legos, and Legos always impressed me because I liked the idea of doing little demolition derbies with my cars, and if pieces could fly off, all the better.
Gotcha.
I had some Legos and some Duplos, because you can get a fucking bucket of those for like $4. And I actually used to make Transformers characters that I didn't have to interact with my bots. I remember that was one of the things I did with those. And that was about it. What were the metal, like the metal pieces that like had screws and shit? You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes they have motors.
Yeah. An erector set?
Was it erector? Is that what it was? I don't remember.
I do remember. Yeah, I think that's correct.
So you guys never had Legions of Power?
No, I'm gonna go look at this up. 'Cause I don't even know what that is.
It was really the best of both worlds. I didn't have a whole lot of actual toys growing up. My parents fed me with all these building systems.
You know what? I can't
remember.
I don't think I have had one, or maybe I did. Like the little figures look very familiar, so maybe I had like one set of it somewhere along the way. But they look familiar. I just don't remember ever having one.
Cool. Yeah, the Legions of Power were neat because they were all motorized, and they had the little action figures, and then you build everything. So it was neat. Best of both worlds.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Lotus, man, thanks for sending us messages throughout the years.
And dick pics.
You're a very impressive man for a man from Florida.
For the dick pics.
And thank you for all the support and so forth. And
cool.
for joining
yeah, good question.
Appreciate the time, guys.
Absolutely. Take care, buddy.
All right, take care.
All right. I'm going to try to add Antoine next. Blast from the past.
Blast from the ass.
Antoine.
He's
Antoine. Oh, Gregory.
He's not on at the moment, so we'll have to see.
Oh.
Not looking good.
Surprise, Antoine.
It's almost like he's leaving the show again. So anyway, back to that Dinobot price. Am I right, guys? What?
Yeah, Greg, what were you saying?
Oh, I was thinking about it today. I was looking at like prior MPs, and like we all agree, Soundwave is a good one, right? Like we all like Soundwave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was what, $169.99 when he came out, and you had to buy the tapes separately, which were basically his accessories for his gimmick. And like I'm feeling him like he's got a little diecast in the feet, and that's it. And he's mostly hollow, once again, due to gimmick and transformation. And so, like, to get the set until the Hasbro came along, which is what I actually didn't get him until the Hasbro just because of the price. But you paid $269.99. So, I mean, we've spent the money before. I don't know. Well, I have to see what the actual toy, the Dinobot, because we haven't seen it. They just threw that price out there, and everybody's like, which may be valid. I don't know, but it's just like it just seems like an odd thing to lead with the highest price you've ever had and not show the toy.
Yeah, I agree.
I can understand that.
I saw photos of the toy. I thought everybody had or would have copied it. I would have saved it. Just yesterday or today, I did see pictures of the entire toy, and it's pretty. Yeah, the whole body. It's pretty.
The face is wild as fuck.
It's pretty panely and it has a couple gaps where you can see the bits underneath. So I don't know, but I think paint, you never know what something's going to look like. When something's gray, you think it's beautiful, and then the paint is applied.
You're
it doesn't
beautiful.
look as good.
There he is.
There he is.
Were these the pictures from like that slideshow? It was just the white prototype, gray prototype, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think it is interesting though, man. Like this is going to be the highest price for an MP, and it's from Beast Wars. Like I think this is going to be telling of where that franchise goes in terms of Takara's eyes. I think that how the success or failure of this piece is going to be telling. I really do.
Dude, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, because one of my most striking figures, and Greg might not agree with me, other people might not agree with me, but it's up there. I mean, I like it. Beast Perfect Effect Beast Gorilla is very striking. He's got shelf presence. He's a
I agree. I agree.
1, 2, 3. He's a quadruple changer. He's
I agree.
large.
I agree.
He's got paint, And how much was he? I don't remember. It was like over 150, under 200. So I mean, yeah, he doesn't have light up stuff, and he doesn't have sound or anything motorized. But I don't know. It's just like they're going to the next level. There are levels to this, it seems. You know, and now they're going into the Hot Toys realm with pricing.
So who did I miss as far as time slots?
You missed Miss Emily.
Oh man.
I know, and you missed Lotus Stark.
Oh man.
I know.
Sorry.
Would there have been a good answer? Would there have been a good answer though? Really?
Probably not. But was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
We're waiting on Antoine. I made the joke that he may be leaving the show twice.
Good night, folks.
Good night, folks.
Shattercast.
Well, I'll tell you a little Antoine memory I have is I was at the TFCon Chicago, the first one in America, and I remember I was at a set of Detox, and I was taking pictures, and somebody was like, "Do you know who that is?" And somebody said no, and they said, "I think that's Bobby." They said Bobby, and they said he's friends with Antoine. They're on Shattered Cast, and they're like, and the other guy was like Antoine that like posts all the news, and he's like, yeah, that Antoine. He's like, he seems cool as shit. And is he here? And I said, and the other guy said, I don't think he's here. And you know, that's like a little memory I have of Antoine. And
you want to say hi to Bobby? No, he looks weird.
Oh. Antoine just tried to call me on Google Hangouts.
All right, I'll try to add him real quick. His time is slowly burning. He's still not showing up on Skype. He must think this is end of the realm.
So, Bobby, you getting that MP Dinobot?
No, he's not there. Let me check my pre-orders.
Check the Rolodex, man. Check the Rolodex.
Fuck no is the answer to that one. Fuck no.
So Robert P is going to get you some for your birthday.
No. What the fuck?
That does seem like a kind of thing that Robert would do.
No, what? No, it's something you would do for me. Get me one. No.
I'm sorry. Guys still there?
Yeah.
My bad. I tried to add somebody and it fucking fucked you guys up.
Nope, we're good.
What's going on, people?
What's up, people?
Hey, Bobby.
Antoine, do you have a question for us?
Where do you see their party in 5 years?
So it's not looking good for Antoine. A lot of people actually haven't gotten back to us. Our next person is Chris. And
Scramble City, I guess.
I sent him a request. Let's go ahead and add him now. Then we can get back to Antoine maybe. You know, let's be adaptable. There he is. He's right there. Let's add him. See if he connects. There he is. The man himself.
Whoa. Good evening.
Good evening, Chris. How are you, sir?
Nervously excited, and the bubble guts are brewing.
The bubble guts? You got bubble guts? Dude,
Bad.
are you going to have some breaking news right here live on Shadowcast?
No, because I'm not wearing my brown shorts.
Just take them off.
So, Chris, first of all, thank you for being a listener for many years. Thank you for being as supportive as you have been.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're
You're
honored
welcome.
to have you on the show. Would you like to ask us a question for the 200 episode?
Oh, man. See, now I had a whole bunch earlier, and now that I'm here in the spotlight, I've brain farted. Okay, since everybody talked, have we already done the Hasbro news, or can I go to the bathroom?
We're not doing any news tonight. We're just rocking and rolling. But, Chris, I am looking at your profile picture, and I do feel like you need to maybe put a shirt on when you get a chance.
That's funny.
Chris got some slanty nipples.
They're a little off.
Yeah, so basically the deal is you got 10 minutes to ask us a question about anything you would like how I got you that Shadow of the Masters, or whatever. It doesn't matter, anything.
Dude, I tell you, that was fun as shit, but that was back-breaking work. Holy shit.
I know. I did. It's Saturday.
Let's see. Okay. We'll start off with this one I thought of earlier.
We're going to do one, so I hope this is your best one.
Oh, God, I'm no MP collector. I'm a CG imposter. Okay. Because you guys talk about so much different stuff with music. Everybody likes the music. You know what I mean? I like the music, like the podcast, gets me away from reality. My question is to each and every one of you round table, I guess, if you want to do it that way. If you could, present or past, be a roadie or work with a group, who would it be and why?
Ooh. Go for it, Robert D.
Bobby's answer is Hans Zimmer.
Wrong.
I think the Beastie Boys.
Really?
Yeah.
You wanna ride atop that giant inflatable penis? I think is what it is.
Yeah. I'd wear a fake mustache, put on a wig. I'd dance in the background.
All right, fair enough. Gregory, I feel like you'll probably have the most sort of obscure and authentic choice.
Cake.
I don't know, man. What's my favorite drug? That's a good question, and then I can kind of go from there. Man, I don't know. I think it would be fun to tour with some of those old country artists from like the 50s and 60s back, like it wasn't a thing. Like there weren't country music awards and shit wasn't going down at country festivals like it does now. Like where she had a couple guys fighting in the parking lot. Like that was my dad's scene, man, and like he would never talk about it, but I heard some stories. I think that would be fun, and then I could get to do all the drugs because they hear everything.
It's a fact.
I just think that would be fun, like playing these little like 2,000 person towns instead of playing like the capital city of the state.
It's a fact. Matt. Poison.
Oh yeah, definitely Poison in the '80s, man. Come on now, with all the girls, man. The heyday of the '80s was a hair metal, just a decade, and I think it was pretty cool.
I would love to see you dressed up as like a glam band singer.
I had a mullet back in the day, so.
No. The frizzy hair, long frizzy hair, like neon purple leopard skin tight pants.
Oh yeah.
You
mean singing?
You gotta have makeup.
Now you would be a roadie for Poison, right? In the '80s.
Yeah, I would.
Or a groupie, I mean.
Probably groupie. Whatever. But yeah, I think that would have been awesome to be a roadie for the Poison.
Justin?
This one, I had to think about it a bit. Would I want to go with someone that I enjoy their music, or would I want to go with someone where, like, the perks of being a roadie, I think, would most shine? And I'm going to go with the latter, I think, because I feel like the people whose music I like probably would be dicks. So I'd have to go with it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I just have to go with, like, an artist that gets the most age-appropriate women. So... I don't know who that would be. I'd have to do some research. But nobody I follow.
Fun fact. Aerosmith, the guitarist, like the guitarist guy. I don't know his name. All I know was Steve Tyler from that fucking band.
Joe Perry.
Joe Perry slept with the girl who Adam first had a crush on and relationship with as a child, like a puppy dog crush, in real life. That's a fact. Speaking of underage girls.
Weird, wild stuff.
And anybody that knows Nerd Rage knows who I would go with.
NSYNC?
Is that the Annie soundtrack? It's a hard knock life.
I'm a huge mega ultra Diplomats fan, and that's who I would want to go on tour with. Those are the guys that I think I would have the most fun with.
I don't get it. You throw your underwear at Hans Zimmer, but you don't want to tour with the guy.
I didn't. It was just a wife beater I threw. It wasn't technically my underwear.
Did you sign it with a skull face?
What'd you say?
Did you sign it with a skull face?
I just said to love. two Hans. I said two Hans with. I said Hans with.
You're so cool.
Hans.
With a bunch of extra Z's.
Oh, you had to add the extra Z's, man.
with love, Bobby, and then he threw it back. He took one whiff of it and threw it
Hey,
back.
if you didn't add those extra Z's, he wouldn't even look at it. He'd be like,
Hey, now
he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Is it true that the extra Z's are code from sleeping over afterwards?
Yeah, exactly. It means like just like the Z's emoji.
Yep. Hey, check the G3 when you get a chance, by the way.
Okay, I'm heading there now. Chris, thank you for your time and thank you for your question, and we appreciate the support.
Yes, Chris, we love you.
And Chris, I also know that you, because I edited the intro, that you sent a fucking audio message for us to put for the intro that was like 8 minutes long that I took like 2 seconds of. It wasn't personal. I was just trying to squeeze everybody in.
Oh, no, you're fine. I didn't know what you guys exactly wanted, so I was like, you know what? Let me just put on the heart on the sleeve and let her rip.
I'm going to be honest. Half the time, we don't know what we want either. So
I was going to say that if you didn't.
Will you tell me what you want, what you really want?
Chris, have a great night, and I will see you January, if not before.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
Sounds
Chris.
good.
Bye, nipples.
Thank you.
All right.
Kisses.
All right, let's see if we can add somebody else real quick. We're going to see if this works.
Was there much news this week anyways?
No.
Than MP Donabout?
Fucking off on the news. It's episode 200, Matt. We're celebrating. Hey, Greg, tell him it didn't work.
Oh, my God.
We're actually going off on the news between things while we're trying to figure things out.
Speaking of which,
I'm trying to add another person now.
No, I don't even know who you're adding. Who's that?
I'm just trying to keep the party moving. Hey, I smell beautiful hair in my midst.
Oh, God, yes.
Is there beautiful hair in my midst?
That's a beautiful man right there.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, look at that.
Hello, Shardouts.
Is that what is it? Viva Saloon? Viva Salon? What is the hair company?
Viva Salon.
Viva Salon?
Salon Selective.
Salon Selective.
Miss Willie Fong, everybody.
He's got that Stranger Things hair, man.
Hello, everybody.
Mr. Will, what can we answer for you tonight, sir?
Oh, man.
Nobody knows what the question is.
Well, I sent you guys a dispatch earlier.
Well, let's just go with that one then. Let's 86 the dispatch, and we'll just go with that.
All right, sure.
Everybody asked.
My question was, what epic or what song from a movie or a show that gives you guys ultimate chills? For me, it's like a Duel of the Fates or The Touch or Imperial March. And those are like the ones off the top of my head.
Yeah. Damn. For me, it's like the classic Star Wars theme. It's like it's any way they fucking do it. When they slow it down, like at the end of the fucking Last Jedi trailer, gives me like it just when they really
it's hair raising. Yeah.
Like it gets me every fucking time.
Dude, I've seen the trailer. Yeah, I've seen the trailer many times, like at least several times by now. And when I saw Thor, and it came on the big screen again, boom, instant goosebumps. So I'm like, God damn it, you got me again.
Yep, it's a no-brainer. What about you, Robert?
I really loved the music to the latest Last Jedi trailer, the little clip where it was like a kind of mashup between the Star Wars theme and the Imperial March.
Yep,
I
did
really
it with
dug
Rogue
that.
One as well.
I love that.
I would probably go with Linkin Park in the first Transformers. If it would have been Nickelback, it would have been better.
Nickelback?
Did I say nipple? I'm sorry, Nickelback. But
Freudian slip.
Yeah. Man, what song gets me all boner like?
Yeah, man,
I like
Self-destruction.
I like the touch. The touch, you know, when I listen, and I know it's kind of corny and shit, but you know, if I hear the touch or Dare, I kind of get, you know, a little happy. I listen to it when I work out. It kind of gets me pumped up.
I was about to say workout music. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gets me a little pumped up. But you know, the Star Wars stuff, you know, or Superman, you know, if you hear certain stuff, you just know, you automatically know that it goes to that movie. You know, the Star Wars, Superman, different stuff. You know, Spider-Man. You know, if you hear, you know, a certain tune, you know, it kind of gets you a little excited. So
Facts of Life soundtrack.
Exactly.
Do you guys remember the Incredible Hulk cartoon intro? That shit was heavy, man. It goes dun 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 dun. That was awesome,
man.
I'll throw out a couple real quick that get me going. Of course, the intro to Ghostbusters, like the actual Ghostbuster theme. I always love that.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
The since you said the Hulk, the outro of that old TV show where he's like off in the distance, like that always gets you.
Oh, the Bill Bixby.
Yeah, yeah, and probably the one thing that like really makes me feel it inside is not a movie or a TV show, but like most of the Mass Effect soundtrack, specifically like Mass Effect 2 with like the Normandy Reborn and stuff like that type of stuff like just strikes a chord. So I don't know if you're familiar, but that stuff just gets me all the time.
Neat.
All right, who's next? Because we're running behind now.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, William.
Out. Oh, am I? Do you mean
wait? Let Greg go. Let Greg go.
The Force Awakens soundtrack, man. Like it's the same but different. Like there's just enough to it that like, you know, it hits the nostalgia, it hits the new feels, but you know.
Good choice.
I'm surprised, Bob. I'm surprised nobody said this. Hans Zimmer, Superman.
Actually, oh wait, no, that's the new Superman.
John Williams Superman is good too. Both of them shits hit me in the feels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes like just a little bit different works, and then I feel like just a little bit different doesn't work. Like Rogue One, their theme song goes dun 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 dun, which is just the reverse of the original Star Wars theme. If you play it back, and I don't know if you guys did that or not, but
really,
yeah. If you take the tune of Rogue One, it goes, and it's the same. It starts off the same as Star Wars, like dun dun, right? But the next part in Rogue One goes dun 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 dun.
Oh, like Ice Ice Baby.
But the original one is dun 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 dun. So they just reverse the last two parts, and I'm like, that's kind of like cheap.
Oh, it has that.
Yeah, the Rogue One soundtrack is not my favorite.
It's like Mel Brooks.
When Vader appears, that part is good, and when Jen is trying to get the data disc, that part is good.
Yeah.
And Krennic's, like the theme that tends to play when Krennic is there, that part is good as well. The rest
you love the Star Trek theme, Bobby.
I love the Star Trek theme. Look, Will, thank you for coming on. We got to add a couple more people, but
yeah, no doubt. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for all you guys do.
All right,
William.
Pleasure. Later, buddy.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right, now we're gonna add in
Antoine.
An old.
Why do you like the new soundtrack to Green Lantern, Bobby?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Ooh, is this
good?
Sea Spray?
Good.
We'll see here. No,
Sea Spray?
No, not Sea Spray yet. I sent him a message. Mega 81.
Sea Spray.
Say it.
SCU.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
There you go. Hey, can I first say before you ask a question, and I do need to have you ask this question pretty quick so we can move on. We're running behind schedule a bit, but you're doing a fantastic job over there with the Realm, with the Instagram stuff. I've been enjoying your posts very much.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So, what's the question, buddy?
The question is, let's see the question. Oh my gosh. What's your best moments of Shadowcast Uncut? From one.
Let's try to choose a different one. Everybody try to choose a different one.
Bobby, you first.
Let's see. I think my follow up would be my the first time also that we were in TFCon Chicago and we were meeting people that were fans of the show for the first time. Justin Christian like pops to mind. Justin L pops to mind. Like
Lowry.
Like Lowry, yes, exactly. Like people coming up and being like, dude, I love Shattercast. Like that was the first time that had ever happened to me, and that was that like just because it was the first, it'll always be special. And I'll never forget when we were sitting down at the bar, and Justin C, we were getting ready to sit down. There was a space open to Justin C, and I was like, well, I'm gonna sit right here. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna sit next to Uncle Skullface. And I just remember being like, man, like this guy, like the whole Uncle Skullface shit, all that shit comes from Shattercast. Like, and I just remember thinking to myself, like, man, like that's something. That's I don't know. It's more than just bullshit. Who's next?
Should have said it's more than meets the eye.
Right.
So Justin.
So so if you don't know, I'm the person who edits the show like 95% of the time, I would say. And a fun memory for me, and he doesn't do it very much anymore, but Tyler F. used to give me such crap about getting the episode online and stuff, and make memes and stuff all the time, and they always made me laugh. So as much as they were, I'm like, yes, I'm working on it. It was always it was good for a laugh. So it was a good memory.
That was me and Tyler used to give you a lot of crap. That was before I got on.
No, I think it was mostly Tyler.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was mostly Tyler.
I'm trying to take Tyler's thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of thunder, I was like, hey, you going to get on? He's like, oh, I can't. I'm like, you fucking asshole. The one time we're trying to get you on, you're too good to get on the show. Fuck you. I'm going to kick you in the nuts again when I see you.
Fuck you.
I think my favorite moment was at the most recent TFCon. I got to spend some time with Antoine at the ROC party and also just at the con. It was nice. Right, Antoine? We got to chat.
Right.
But I think it was... what's that?
You're a big dude, man.
You're a big dude.
That's a lot of man loving right there.
We had feats of strength. It was fun. Get to pick people up. Was when I got to hit Tyler F in the nuts. I think that was the highlight of my year. I flicked him right in the balls, and he was like, "Oh!" and everybody was standing around laughing at him. He deserved it. No, I didn't bully him. I did the thing, what's on your shirt, and he looked down. I was like, boop, to his nose, and he was like, "Oh, can I see your hand for a second?" And he touches his penis to my hand. I was like, "Oh!" It's like, okay, we don't have any fucking boundaries, and then I slapped him in the cock.
I feel like this is Robert in like the principal's office in elementary school, just like, no, I wasn't being a bully.
Antoine, I didn't know they did that in the Brink, man. I didn't know they did that in the Brink.
Nah, man, don't do that here. Nah, man. Oh my gosh, the Brink has changed like.
I know it has.
Every day, man.
It has. What about you, Greg?
No, we're not playing that game again. We're not doing Greg at all. You know what? I think getting to TFCon, the first one, and being kind of nervous, like how we're all going to get along in person, and like me kind of taking my time, getting loosened up, and then all of a sudden, it's like everybody got to get to the dealer room or the artist alley. They opened it up early, and like we just ran in and just like fucking launched into the fucking shill, like showing the podcast. Like, just seamless. Like, there was no awkward. There was no weird. It was just like, we just hit that mode, and we were slinging T-shirts and talking shit. And
yeah, that's true.
I thought that was pretty. That was pretty okay.
It was. That was a good time. Special.
Probably check the chat.
What about you, Matt?
I mean, just the TFCons itself. The 4 that I've been to. And then people coming up that, like, hey, dude, are you Deluxe? They're like, yeah, and I love your stuff and all that stuff, everything. I love SCU, I love you guys. You get me through the week, or at least Friday, everything, and just it's pretty cool that people that you don't even know that likes your stuff, and and then really they can connect with you with Transformers and everything. But they just it's awesome meeting new people to talk to every. I get to meet more people every time at TFCon, and it's really just awesome. I mean, I like it.
They know to fucking seek out the guy sitting on a chair in the corner.
That's right. Oh, hey, for some reason, I'm a fat ass, and I drew people in. So.
Justin, did you get to go?
I did. I had talked about Tyler, but
Okay.
I'm gonna also throw out that every time someone has come to us and asked us to sign something has been super humbling. Bedell, she's like, "That's so cool." I'm like, "I don't know. I feel like I'm a normal person." She's like, "You should be proud of yourself and all this stuff." So
Yeah.
it's very impressive that people think that highly of us. That they ask us for that.
Antoine, before we get up off here, in 10 words or less, where do you see third party in 5 years?
I don't know, man. It's slowing down, man. I don't know.
Slowing
I don't think
down?
it's gonna last long. Yeah.
It's slowing down. Okay, that's only 3. All right, he's good.
Antoine, you're doing the Lord's work over there at Roma Collectors, and we miss you,
congrats, man.
and we wish you the best.
And your own
All right,
page, by
man.
the way. You're doing a good job with your page.
Yeah,
All right.
Unlimited, we still shut out.
All right.
Later, buddy.
Later, man.
All right.
All right, so let's add somebody new. Go. Next person's coming in. Who could it be? Who could it be?
Sea spray.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
What is up, fellas? Congratulations.
What's up, man?
God, that sexy hair.
Chilling. How's my hair look?
He does
Looks
have
good, man.
the hair as
All
well.
right.
He hides the sexy hair under his hat.
Yeah, well, it's hat life,
That's
man.
too much sexy, man.
Let
The
the hat
floors
go.
would be
Let
drenched.
the hat
You
go.
have
Let me tell you, to a bald guy, it's offensive.
I know a lot of people told me that. The funny thing is, my whole life, I always cut my hair really short, faded it up. Always had really short on the top, and then it got to the point where a friend of mine was like, "You know what? You got all that fucking hair. Grow it out, man. It's beautiful." So I started growing it out. I
Ladies
grew
and
up, as you
gentlemen,
say.
We have Dust Mites from Enter the Realm, part of the Cool Table Network, with us tonight. Dust Mites, do you have a question that you would like to ask us for our 200th show?
Sure. Thought about this a little bit. I like to partake in a chicken wing from time to time.
I do.
Nom, 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 nom.
So my question for you guys are you? It's a 2-part question. Quickly, are you bone in? Or are you one of those bones out bitches?
Oh, good question. Are you talking about wings specifically or
Yes.
chicken in general?
No,
Or
chicken
penis.
wings, buffalo wings. Are you
Okay,
a bone
wings
in
in
or are you a bone out bitch?
Justin.
Always take the bone.
I heard that about you.
Gay?
Yep.
Matt.
Oh, definitely bone in hard.
Robert.
bone in, and those shits need to be well done.
And Greg?
Bone in and fried crisp.
Yes, sir. I was going to say the exact same words. Bone in and fried crisp. And if you have to double fry them, I'm okay with that too, as long as it yields the same result.
Korean barbecue or chicken life.
And you guys, none of you want like them breaded, right?
No.
Fuck no, right? All right, cool.
I can eat them breaded, but I prefer like teriyaki or something.
Man, I like them naked, man. I like them naked and
teriyaki.
bone in.
I had a breaded wing once here in Columbus, and I didn't know it was going to be breaded, and it wasn't terrible.
not bad.
It was sauce, obviously.
It
I mean,
depends.
it wasn't like a banquet fucking chicken leg.
Yeah, I don't like it because it soaks up the buffalo sauce. I don't think I eat a sponge.
In
Oh, these
Maryland,
were
we have
fresh
this-
like oysters.
In Maryland, we have this fast food chain in the city called New York Fried Chicken.
I knew he'd say something.
It's
Do the workers wear wife beaters?
Was it right down the block from Kansas Fried Chicken?
Well, I'll never forget. I was listening to guys rapping on the corner one time,
You don't
and I heard this one guy said, "Ever since those two planes made New York Fry, I've been making fiends lean outside of New York Fried."
That's a slogan?
But they have a chicken box, which is 4 wings and fries and a biscuit and a medium drink for $3.49.
Nice.
That's the fact.
And you get a pet sewer rat.
You get all the nerve in the chicken. You get all the nerves and everything. Cartilage.
You get all the nerves in the pigeon. You get all the nerves and the tendons of the pigeon.
What's your favorite piece? Is it the drumstick or the wing?
Ooh, that's a good one too.
I prefer the wing.
Really? You like the femur bone there?
I like the little wing. I like to split it apart and have a little fun, and then have
Suck
a little
that damn thing dry, man.
You don't fuck it with your tongue, Bobby.
Matt, you need to relax.
I'm with you, Bobby.
Yeah.
I love the wing too.
They're a little bit better.
Welcome to Shattered Wings. We're talking buffalo wings tonight, and I have the Shattered Cast crew with me. And
honestly, it's been my favorite question so far.
Do you like blue cheese?
Oh, you got to go blue cheese. If you go ranch, come on, man.
Say you have 2 keys.
2 keys of what?
Right.
Cocaine.
I want funky, chunky blue cheese.
Yeah, you got to have that real shit. Yep, you got to have that real shit.
I love you. Thank you for coming on.
I want before you leave.
Congratulations, guys.
Hey, before you leave, Eddie, congratulations on getting a constructor, man, and everything
you
you do
saw
for
that
Open
shit?
RC.
Yeah, that was crazy. Man. I was like, man, I got to enter the realm, man. Start getting these gifts.
Man, I fucking teared up, man. It's unbelievable, man.
It's awesome. All what you do over there, and like they said, and everything. It's awesome, man. And we love your show. We love you like a brother from another mother, man.
Thank you, guys. I really love fucking hanging with you guys, talking with you guys. It's a fantastic thing we have here, man.
Absolutely.
Beautiful thing. And congratulations, guys, to another 3,000 more, man.
My man.
Thank you.
Have a.
Oh.
It was hard to figure. It was hard to figure out when the last word was.
You got Bobby, Eddie.
Look.
That's fucked up, man.
Hang up, Bobby face.
That is fucked up.
Let me explain. It kind of felt like the equivalent of have you ever left a group of friends, right? And you're like, all right, guys, you make an awesome outro, you crack the fucking perfect joke, and you're fucking giving a couple fives, and you're like, all right, you guys take it easy, and you go out to your car, and you're like, fuck, I forgot my charger. So you got to go back in and grab the charger when you already made the perfect exit.
Hey,
I'm talking
about a phone call and apologize to that man.
There's a duck in, duck out. I'm just gonna.
You know what I'm talking about? That.
Duck in real quick. I just forgot this. See you later.
All right. Oh, I know. We already had this fucking great moment, and I fucked it up. I'm sorry. So that's how I feel.
And then they're like, "Oh, it was a great moment, right?" Mm.
Yeah.
We thought you were gone.
Get the next person together, but I am not having any luck.
Is it Frankenstein? What do you got to pull them together?
It is a certain internet celebrity.
Oh, the greasy sandwich man.
I
want this man.
But I am having some hard times locating him in my contacts.
This is the jolliest man in the world.
Did you check Long John Silver's?
I did. However, I have been listening to a fair amount of TKO, and I know a lot about his sandwich preferences, as it were. I know an awful lot about his sandwich preferences.
Does it have bacon on it? Then I like it.
Yeah.
He's actually conservative with his sandwich calorie count.
Yes, I heard a bit of.
He's the guy that gets the smallest portion at Jersey Mike's because that's a perfect lunch. I usually go for the second option, just in case.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's. Do you know anything about that?
Mr. Mike's?
Baltimore Bobby. Baltimore Bobby can add a person to a call.
Can anybody else try, or am I the world's last hope?
What do you mean?
Oh, so I gotta click a button.
So anyway, $50.
I can post memes, but I can't help with Skype. I got search on Skype. What's his name?
I can stretch out my collars, but I can't call somebody.
I don't know how to do this shit.
I don't know how to do this.
I was trying to remember that Rorschach quote from the Watchmen movie. What did he say? What did he say to Big Figure when he was he's like big man, small order, or something like that?
Oh, shit.
Because I was just thinking in my head when Antoine was like, "You're a big dude," I was like, "Big man, small collar."
All right, there we go.
You got him?
Should be added here shortly.
Oh, I got him now.
I got little dots.
I'm gonna try to call him too, just to fuck everything up.
There he is. Internet
Hey, what's going on?
personality.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
I
Man,
can't.
fuck that guy, man.
Yeah.
Justin and I were running a bit behind schedule. Would you mind go ahead and dropping your question?
All right. Yeah, man. It took me a minute to think of something. I don't know if it's necessarily that great. Can you guys still hear me?
Let's call somebody.
No, it's freaking great calling me too. All right. Just you buy an old lamp. You get home. You start setting it up. You dust it off, and a genie pops out and offers you one wish. What do you wish for?
Small peener.
Are
that.
we taking a million more wishes off the table?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's the only. But that is the only one you can't wish for.
Okay.
What about 1 million genie bottles?
But they won't have genies in them.
No Christina Aguilera?
So this one's pretty easy for me. I want a wallet that opens up, and every time I open it, it has $20 in it every single time. I can take that 20 out, and I can close the wallet, and I open it again, and there's $20 more in there. Like,
nice.
Yeah. Could you see me going to a store though? They're like, "That's gonna be $100." I'm like, "Just a minute." Like, close the wallet, open it, close the wallet, open it.
Give me 2 minutes, I'll get you.
I'm buying a new car. It takes you a month.
Probably should have made it 100.
It'd be worth it. I probably should have made it 100, but I'll take my 20 for my penance. So.
What about you, Robert?
I would take $100 billion.
$100 billion. Is that it, huh?
That's it.
Okay, just a simple $100 billion.
I would spend $90 billion on as many spin outs as possible, and just send them all to Matt.
No, you just find like the Toys or Toys for Tots headquarters and just fuck up like 100,000 kids' Christmas.
I want Matt to be like the uncle from Harry Potter when he was getting all the mail, and they just kept coming in through his windows and through his chimney and stuff, but it's all spin outs. That would make me really happy.
God damn it.
What about you, Matt?
I would really want to know what it's going to be third party in 5 years.
You could just wait.
That might be the winning answer. That might be the winning answer. Greg, what do you got?
I actually didn't hear the question because my audio cut out because I was trying to add Justin.
You get one wish from a genie. You can't wish for 1 million more wishes.
Oh, this whole thing.
World peace.
Cheesesteak.
Nice.
A good one.
Nice.
Just a good cheesesteak sandwich.
With cheese whiz, peppers, onions, mushrooms. Yeah.
That's a good wish, man.
I can tell you, as a TKO listener, you're speaking Justin L's language.
Yeah, I was going to say, was that for just you or everybody?
Every time he opens his wallet.
For everybody. So mine is similar to Justin's, except when I put my wallet a gift card to the best cheesesteak place in Philly pops up.
Nice.
With
Bobby, did you go? Because I think I know what yours is.
Unfortunately, I have to wish for a safe, prosperous, and productive future for my children.
So Big Strong.
Hey.
Man, what? You wouldn't wish for the force?
Just saying, if you could open your wallet and get $20 every time, that would happen.
It would help. You know what? I don't trust myself. I feel like I wouldn't take advantage of it. I would be like, all right, I only need $20 at this point. And then at some point, somebody would be like, hey, man, you could just have opened that bitch like 30 times, like in the last 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't trust myself to take advantage of it. So I want to make sure my kids are all right.
You wouldn't want to use the force?
What'd you say, Robert? Use force? No. And Greg?
The best way to accomplish your wish would be to have gone and voted today.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just saying.
Justin L. I want to tell you that I listen to DKO every week. I think he's a liar. That's not true, Robert. That's not true.
I didn't say that.
Convinced him TKO was the rebranded Toy Detox.
And I enjoy it, but I do have to say I think you are the funniest person on there. And I think that your contribution to that show is fantastic.
Until the next person comes on.
Yeah, I was telling JC that you and JC have a great rapport.
I agree.
And I don't think that Chris realizes he's the straight man.
Does Chris realize he's in the left speaker only? All right, Justin L. I will.
That is true.
And Bugs is the pervert behind the bushes.
Thanks.
Bye, JL.
Thanks for participating.
Hey, thank you.
Ooh, Bobby with the fucking blank.
Yeah, we gotta keep it moving in order to get everybody on. We gotta keep it moving in order to get everybody on. You know what I mean?
Let's call an Uber.
Are we calling Uber?
We are behind. We're lagging. We're 17 minutes behind.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind. And this person is not fucking coming up.
Uh-oh.
So anyway, they can't repaint Dinobot. You think maybe they can repaint Dinobot? Hold on, they can do the transmetal.
The white one.
The
white one. They could do a white. There was two white ones, but the transmetal, and then they had the regular one or something like that.
The evil white one, where he was just a loser. He was just like a screen filler. That was lame. That wasn't that lame. That was really jumping the shark when they did that, don't you think?
How do you jump the shark, though?
Huh?
How do you jump the shark?
Well, you know where that comes from, right?
No.
Greg, you know where that comes from.
Mm-hmm. From Happy Days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they were running out of like gimmicks for shows, and they had an episode in season
30.
Yeah, season 47 in syndication on TBS of Happy Days in 1992. No, but they actually literally had Fonzie jump a shark on water skis, and it was like the best they could come up with because they kind of done everything, and that's where the saying "jump the shark" comes from. That means when something is out of ideas and resorts to gimmicks and lame gimmickatry.
Gimmickry?
Gimmickatry.
Gimmetrism?
Geometry.
What is gimmetrism, Robert?
I don't know. That's when my penis beeps and comes at the same time.
You know, just real quick before you announce the commie,
yes.
Matt posted a word in the chat today, and
I loved it.
People thought he might have been making up a Mattism, but he was actually speaking a little Java programming, and I got it.
I was speaking a little Java with my cup of Joe. Am I right, guys?
Cup of Joe KW.
Java
Spiros.
the Hut.
Is Joe KW coming on?
Spiros from Information Creep and from
Toy Detox.
Toy Detox. How are you?
Toy Detox.
I'm doing well. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, the voice of Zeus himself.
Are you in Uber right now?
Spiros Zeus Gallows. Spiros, do you have a question for the Cast Uncut? Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Question. Did you guys, when you first started Cast Uncut, see it becoming like such a huge thing in the fandom? Because I mean, at least from my perspective, you guys seem pretty influential with, your catchphrases kind of catching on and stuff like that. Or was it just really to be a kind of format for you guys to hang out and, talk shit?
I'll go first. I really initially viewed it as just a format to hang out and talk shit. But it, while it always, I don't know, surprises me, it doesn't surprise me in a way. Like, all of us have kind of our own niche, and Greg is all in all the groups and people know Greg, and Robert is always posting nonsense in all the groups with memes and bullshit and people know Robert, and Justin is the fix-it guy, and Matt is sharing his reviews in every group. But like as a result, I feel like
can't be 12K all the time.
Like the net that Shattercast cast, or has the potential to cast, like as a conglomerate, it has such a large potential. So like when little things catch on, I'm always kind of like, damn, like that. Like I'm always surprised as to what exactly it was that did catch on, but I'm not necessarily surprised that something did catch on, if that makes sense.
I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm shocked that the whole fans toys thing's caught on, because you were like, Robert, whenever we say fans toys, we got to go fans toys. And I was like, okay, it's kind of stupid, but okay. I didn't think it was going to catch on.
It's crazy, though.
Oh.
It's actually funny, because when Bobby told Robert that, like, he had everyone put a piece of duct tape down in front of their computer. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, well, that's your mark. And I'm like, what? And he was like, we're doing a scene. That's your mark. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But, you know, everybody hit their mark, and
and it just flowed.
It kind of flowed. Yeah, it was weird. It's the weirdest fucking thing, especially for an audio show. But, you know, whatever. Who am I to judge?
What about you, Greg?
What about me?
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, you know, things happen. Diseases catch on. That's what I always say.
Your disease.
Well, apparently I am.
Herpes.
But, oh, Matt. Don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I'm never mad at you.
Don't be mad at me.
Greg for herpes.
I'm mad at Bobby.
No, yeah, I mean, I didn't intend for it to be anything personally. Like, I kind of was like Bobby. I kind of wanted it to be just talking shit and no one, like, caring. Like, you know, like, just like a thing that, like, a small group of people were kind of into, and, you know, and it seems like people liked it. So we have hate threads on TFW. Some of us individually, some of us as a group. That's how you know. That's how you know we made it. So that and people correcting us on the YouTube comments.
Perfect.
So yeah, it is what it is. We did good. We did good.
I'm sorry. Did you say my name? Mm-hmm. Oh, for me, I think like in the back of my head, I always kind of figured we could do something. You know, like I mean, especially, you know, like Greg's all over the groups, like you said, like. Coming into this, like Bobby's YouTube channel is coming up. My YouTube channel was kind of established. So I knew there'd be people who'd kind of follow from that. So like in the back of my head, I always kind of thought there'd be something more than just a bunch of guys just having fun. But at the same time, it's awesome that it is, you know, a bunch of guys having fun, and then there's a bunch of other people who care about what we have to say that got us here.
Agreed. Matt?
I just did it for the catchphrases.
I heard you did it also all for the Nookie to quote your favorite band of all time, Limp Bizkit.
Damn right. God damn Limp Bizkit, man.
Dude, how many Fred Durst pinups do you have?
13.
Spiros, thank you for coming on. Thank you for your contribution to the cool table, and we appreciate all the support.
I'm gonna need a ride home, by the way. Just so don't leave that area.
Hey, thanks for having me, and hopefully, you know, we can do something for episode 400.
Hopefully. Take it easy, buddy.
Hey, take it easy, guys.
All right.
What a dick.
That was a good question.
Yeah, it was a good question.
About time.
Bobby's a dick, though. Whatever.
Why am I a dick?
Yeah, you're a dick. You know
very
you are.
judgmental, Matthew. I feel like. You feel like you're very.
I don't share my shit on all the groups, man.
Not all the groups. Like, you don't share it in like the Pinterest group.
I try to get the Hot Toys group, man, but they won't let me in.
Does he share his stuff in like the Legos or Ghostbusters or Star Wars groups?
No, I don't.
You should. Fan out. Bring some people in.
Look, when these there's.
I was just trying to text our next guest and let him
He's
know.
Upstairs in my kitchen.
and I ended up texting a girl that I hadn't spoken to since we were in high school, and it's super awkward.
Are you ready to get on?
Because the text I sent was calling you now, and then I said the next text just by itself. And then the next text was disregard that last one.
Why is she still in your?
So we know
Rolodex?
Bobby's got a girl in his past named Christina or
Close.
Crystal.
Close.
Cocksucker.
Kent.
No, further away.
Kevin.
I was Chris.
Cal
Actually,
L.
Christopher.
Her name was Kristen in high school, but now she's just Chris with a K.
Oh yeah, she don't want to talk to you anyway. You don't have anything to worry about.
That's more gender. I know you don't want to.
Married with kids and the whole bit.
If it ain't got that boing. Bobby don't want that. No.
It was funny, man. Like in high school, she was like very into like she sat at my art table, and she was very into like Marilyn Manson and shit. But
Shit, he's got his fucking shit on, man.
Yeah, you know how Roma Collectors guys are. But
Gift from God, look at him, man.
I was very open to all that shit. She didn't have many people to talk to.
Oh,
Anyway,
hey.
right now we have the host of Enter the Realm, the carver of Crashbox Customs, the neighbor to Mr. Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman and Joe KW himself, Mr. Chris Pinkerton, if nasty. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? How are y'all this evening? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can we add the king of ceiling lights to that?
Yes, we can.
And credit list.
And the king of Hot Toys Detox displays. Chris, do you have a question for us? Or we're running a bit behind schedule.
I turn the fuck off. What do you mean?
I do have a question, and I was sitting here at my laptop with my mic and my headset, and for some reason my goddamn phone picked it up, so I'm on my cell phone. I apologize about the quality. Yes, I do have a pre-prepared question. Are you gentlemen ready?
Yes, sir.
Was that your question?
There has been.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
There's been a disturbing trend in the groups lately.
Can you say
I'm not talking about knockoffs. I'm not talking about graded G1s on eBay for $20. I'm talking about Matt's toilet duck face pics. Now this is a two-part question. How long will this trend continue, and what ramifications will it have on the community as a whole? I will be quiet now and listen for your answer.
Matthew, we're gonna let you go first.
First of all, I want to say happy birthday. Yeah, I had a birthday recently, Chris. Happy
Thanks,
birthday.
buddy.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
It's gonna happen for a while. I sent one to Bobby today. I just said I put Bobby, and he's like, "Yo," and I'm like, I just took a picture, said hi, and sent there.
And you're wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt, and I
Yes,
said
I was.
sewer swag.
I was wearing the ROC shirt.
Turtle with a D.
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny. I just do it once in a while. I think it pisses off Eddie. It pisses off Eddie a lot. So I just always, when he posts something, I'll attach a picture to it because he loves that shit.
I mean, that is a fairly easy feat, would you say?
Did he throw you across the table? That's when you know you're really pissed off. He's really pissed off. Excuse me.
No. I just, it's just funny. It ain't gonna last long. I don't know what the ramifications are gonna be on it. I think people laugh at it just because they know me, but I'm sure somebody saw it and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" But whatever.
I think the best one you ever posted was when Justin pointed out that you could see your bare legs in the reflection.
Oh yeah,
that was
Tarjay. That was Tarjay.
I think what's going to end up ending this trend is when we see his bare ass in one of the reflections.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're going to start getting the legal pressure on us.
That might just be the tip of the iceberg, though, Justin.
That might, I might bring out a dinger or something.
And a mighty iceberg to sink the Titanic, it may be.
But I'm losing weight, so I'm if I get that, perfect lighting and perfect angle, selfie time, man.
Hey, man. If you keep losing weight and keep sending shit selfies, I'm okay with it.
All right. Yeah, when I start getting bigger, then it'll be like, all right, you got to cut that out, man.
Go ahead, Greg.
I just wanted to point out real quick. I'm sorry, just while it's hot. I'm losing weight too, and I'm not posting shit duck face selfies. So there's that.
You should.
No, I shouldn't.
I like seeing, like I've always told Matt behind the scenes that his review should be more centered on who he is as a person and less about what the toy is that he's looking at.
Says the guy in the mask.
And yeah, I'm a coward though. You have to understand, I'm a coward. I'm a huge
That's
coward.
what they say on CFW.
I know, and I get the texts. But I like seeing any portrayal of Matt, because Matt is a character, and you don't really know that Matt's a character until you meet him, but he is a character, and any portrayal of him as that character that he decides to push out, I enjoy, so to speak. So I like seeing I like the whole shitty selfie thing
when he's pushing one out.
I think Matt needs to start a new group on Facebook. I know that we had the who did it? There was a weight loss challenge. Was it the RSC guys? I think it was you guys, right?
Yeah.
They're doing another one this year too.
So Matt should be doing the weight loss shitty selfie challenge.
Well, hold on.
It should be its own aspect of the ROC weight loss challenge, like the shitty selfie.
You got to check in with a shitty selfie.
selfie.
I'll talk to G Money about that, about his list of rules, and I'll say that is you have to check in with that. You have to have a 4-mirror reflection of yourself on the scale, bare ass doing the duck face.
Because like that, man, that shit is like as crazy as it sounds, right? That shit is good for morale. Like when this week has been hectic and we didn't get a jump until Sunday, and then Greg did most of the legwork for it Monday, and like it was serious, and it was people scrambling in order to try to make it happen and try to get everybody in the time slots, and Greg did all that shit on his own. Much credit to Greg for that. But
well, I wasn't taking duck face selfies, so
shit was serious, and all of a sudden Matt posts a shit selfie wearing a turtle shirt, and it makes it for some reason like all the stress that goes away, because you're just like, man, there's Matt taking a selfie at the same time.
Yeah, my own house too.
It's much like Tupac's Outlaws were getting money and bitches at the same time. Matt is taking selfies and shitting at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm telling you, get that perfect lighting, man.
But Greg, do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
I don't.
Well,
no. I mean, what do I?
No. I don't think there's anything else. Really
what am I gonna say? Like that's a Matt question.
Chris, I appreciate you calling, and then we appreciate the Realm of Collectors. And I've already listened to this week's show, and it was good. Where the fuck is Jisk?
I did too. Where's Jisk?
Actually, Jisk is on air right now with the Realm of Collectors. So
no kidding.
Oh, they're doing the hangout. Yeah.
Let's just say, there may be some superstar shakeups going on. We might be moving some.
Oh, wow. Well, anyway, I'll let you guys discuss that on your own medium so you can get all the clicks for it. I know he's a hot topic, but thank you for calling in.
Hey, no problem, guys. Congrats on 200.
Many
thanks, Chris.
Take care, guys.
All right. Now I'm going to add another person.
Notice he let Chris say goodbye.
Oh, relax.
I almost called him Adam.
We're going to call our next person. There is a bit of a time warp. I'm not sure how it's going to work.
Oh, is it tight?
Are we gonna do it again?
We're going to try.
It's a Rocky Horror Picture Show reference. Where was your childhood?
I'm sorry.
Honestly.
My childhood was not in transvestites. My adult was more so in transvestites.
Yeah, well.
Childhood was priests.
No.
What the fuck? He said childhood was priest. Is this tight pants?
This isn't looking good.
No, it's not tight pants.
We might have to skip and come back.
What?
Just in order to save time.
Oh, it's Lenny. Lenny.
Oh, wait. There he is.
What's up, fam?
Oh, my God.
Hey!
The boys are back in town.
The ex-host with the most.
What's been happening? Happy 200.
Lenny, welcome back. How is the the cooking industry and the girlfriend industry since you've been gone?
Both are doing pretty well.
Dude, are you still dealing with the same chick?
Yeah.
Oh, what a disaster, bro.
I know. These things happen.
She's gonna make you quit another podcast.
We're just about to acquire a second restaurant, so I'll be taking over that.
Well, that's good.
So work is busy as fuck.
Oh, I miss you.
What kind of restaurant is it?
It's an Italian restaurant.
Nice.
Easy. Yeah. The owner of my restaurant owns another one. It's back where I used to live on the Gold Coast, so I'll be doing some driving, but it's all good.
I gotcha. It's good to hear your voice. It's good to hear your voice for this, man. Like it feels right. I mean, I know you're used to feeling it with Mickey and Tyler now, but it feels right here. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I get the feels. I got the feels.
I did too.
I'm feeling verklempt. Feeling very verklempt. You fucking
really
traitor.
You know you belong here. You know you belong here. Come on now.
Lenny, do you have a question for us?
Oh, how the fuck do you guys do it every week for 200 episodes?
Well, I know it was very difficult for you, sir.
Yeah, Bobby's being a dick face tonight.
I know.
Hey, I miss it.
He must not have some for a little while.
I'm in his zone. I haven't got a chance to break Lenny's balls on air for a while. So.
I know.
That is true. That's true.
It's fucking like we talked a bit about this last week, but it's just like it's just fucking hard. Like it's not easy. I know it's like here's the thing, like the show is free on iTunes and Podbean and YouTube and blah blah blah, and like I think with free media comes this sense of entitlement for people that consume it, but it's fucking a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
And it's
lots of fucking work.
Yeah. And it's a lot of work to get everybody together. It's a lot of work to schedule. It's a lot of work to record, and Justin handling the editing every week. And if Justin can't do it, I'm doing it. And then if I can't do it, Matt's doing it. And Greg's trying, and Lenny has tried, and Robert has done nothing. And
Robert creates a lot of the edits. That's how it should be.
And
Robert.
I give Justin a lot of work to do.
And we're just like week in and week out, like we just find a way. Like we're like fucking Ian Malcolm in fucking Jurassic Park. Like we just find a way. Like I remember that time that Lenny, you, me, and Robert recorded that episode Friday morning so that we could get it out Friday afternoon, which is our third attempt at trying to get that episode recorded.
Yep.
Because what that shit means to people. And like we've never missed a fucking week. I don't know. There's something to be said for that. I personally, I take pride in that. What about you, Robert?
Yeah, I mean it's hard.
It's good.
I'm not always on, so I feel like I can't really sign on to saying I'm 200 episodes straight, because I'm certainly not an Iron Man, because shit comes up, and I try to give fair warning when I think I can't get on. And luckily, the last 2 times I thought I wasn't going to get on, I did get on.
Or unluckily.
Huh?
Or unluckily, whichever way you want to look at it.
But it's great. We talked about it, but it's a great obligation. It's an honor. That's really what it is. It's an honor. So you are obligated, but you feel honored. And it's a real joy. It brings me joy. But I think what got to you, Lenny, was you just got sick. You couldn't handle the stress of having to come up with one-liners for everybody's name.
I know.
And you snapped.
I should have just started reusing some of those. Fucking hell, it did my head in every week.
Right, Bobby? You think that's it? I think that's it.
I think that played a part.
Yeah.
Matt, what about you?
I want to ask Lenny, is being on Detox like banging your stepsister? It's like it's really good, but it's so wrong.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
That's what I thought, man.
Sister.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's just I can't. Whatever Bobby, and Robert said, it's just it is rough. It is tough, sometimes. But I think with everybody, we just pull our shit together and we make it happen. and it's been fun, and it's been it's been shitty sometimes, and I've got off the episode once in a while and be like, I'm quitting this shit. I'm fucking quitting it. I know. I'm just like, and my wife is like, why do you even listen? Why do you care? I'm like, I don't know. I really don't. But I don't know. It's fun. We've had our low times, we've had our great times, but the great times have been a lot more than what the low times have been. So, I mean, and then losing Lenny, was bad. Losing Oscar was bad.
That was a big
Antoine, the people we've lost, it's hard to find somebody that clicks with us. And Lenny, you clicked with us, and Oscar, and and everybody that we've had on. It was you were like family. You clicked with us, and once we lost you, we lost a big part of us.
I agree.
Well, thank you, Matthew. I still consider you all family, just so you know.
Oh no,
we don't talk enough.
But do you consider us a fan?
True.
Oh, definitely fan.
Okay, good.
Fan toys.
What about you, Justin?
Did you say my name or Greg's name?
Yes, I said Justin. I tried to book in with. I tried to book in with me and Greg, but go ahead, Justin.
Okay, that's fine.
So I mean, definitely there's a lot of times, not a lot of times, but occasionally it comes up where it's like, it's time to do the show, and it's like dragging yourself out to work on Monday morning. You're like, I don't really want to do it, but I know I kind of have to,
Yeah.
But I mean, like ultimately, like the payoff is that I'm talking with my friends, and we all have similar interests, and that always ends up making it worthwhile, even if at the moment I didn't really want to do it.
Yeah.
Right this moment, because I'm on.
Well, I live for these types of moments, Lenny.
Oh.
What about you, Greg?
Well, first of all, I was going to ask just then if anyone remembers the time we all met in Cleveland, like Bone Thugs, to
It's 1999.
pour out some 40s and smoke some blunts for Lenny and Antoine and Oscar. But
no, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
Hey, Lenny, I'm gonna need you to text me the GPS coordinates to the nearest crossroads, because I'm gonna need that one day. But
shit! Here comes an airstrike. Fuck.
What? Is that
You're not trying to take over my country?
What?
All right, moment of silence.
Moment of silence.
Wow.
I just couldn't hear what he said over Robert going whoop whoop.
He said an airstrike. He said, "Hold on, here comes an airstrike," and then I heard a fart.
Oh, I thought you said like Astarock, like that was some sort of like Australian lore. I was like, I just listened to a podcast about Australia and New Zealand today, so I heard all sorts of fucking shit. So I was like ready for anything. I'm kind of with Justin. Like some weeks it's just like fuck, I gotta fucking do this. Like after after work and like you're in traffic and you're like, oh, I gotta do the podcast. But it usually breaks up pretty well. And like like that falls away. Like a nice massage, right, Robert?
Yep.
And you kind of loosen up and you get.
We would have gotten massages if I saw you.
You need to
What
relax,
might have
Robert.
been? What might have been?
Oh, one of us might have gotten a massage.
Robert, you're too relaxed. Like you might need to do a tense up instead of a massage.
Bobby needs to relax with the massage. Massage. I think you need to relax, Bobby.
Bobby needs to go get a bagel.
All right. Bagel.
I'm having one tomorrow morning, bruh.
I might have one after this podcast.
Blueberry bagel.
Look, Benny, thanks for joining us for 200.
Thank you very much for having me on, and it was an honor to have been a part of the show.
We do miss you, and like I said to Tyler, I'm honestly just happy that you're part of the Cool Table again. Looking forward to hearing you chime in on topics every week, but I'm gonna fuck with you about it forever.
Did you ever tell Justin it was because of him that you quit?
Ixnay on the Justnay.
Love you, Lanny.
Be good, homie.
Yes. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much. Click.
We gotta keep it moving. We gotta keep it
moving. Work the most.
Thank you very much. Click.
Bobby, done with your face.
Bobby, done with your face.
Hang up on you, Bobby face.
Bobby's
Now
Gentlemen.
we have the catfish himself.
Oh my God.
Fuck that dude.
What's going on, guys?
Here he is.
What's up, Justin?
Not a
Low
whole
hanging
lot.
cheese.
Justin, we're running a bit behind schedule this evening, so if you
Please hurry the fuck up.
Just mentioning that question, and we can get to it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Bobby likes
question.
long goodbyes, by the way.
Shut up, Robert.
Thank you.
That man listens to Shadowcast. We all. Justin L was on earlier, and he asked us all why you have a small peener.
He did, didn't he?
I'm not sure what that's
Motherfucker.
about, but that was his question for the cast. It is now your turn.
If you guys could take a fishing trip anywhere in the world, where would you take it and who'd you go with?
I would go to. I think I'm just feeling nostalgic at the moment. I'm gonna go to Australia. I'm gonna go fishing for great white sharks with old fucking Decepticon.
There you go.
Good answer.
I'm gonna go where you're abouts there, Catfish, and I'm gonna go fishing with you.
Attaboy. That's the right answer.
With that toothless freak you hang out with, so I can help you beat him up on the boat.
Who, Derp?
Yeah, Derp.
Derp.
All right.
What about you, Matt?
I would go back up to Alaska, and I'd take Robert D.
Oh, that's sweet.
What about you, Justin?
I don't know exactly where I'd go, but I know I'd go with my dad just because whenever I've gone fishing, it was always with him. So I don't know where I would go though.
That's good.
Not your son? You wouldn't bring your son along?
No.
Wow.
At this point, he's a liability, Robert. I know if you know much about 1-year-olds, but
he would
they
eat
pretty
the
much
fish
try to
before
kill
you got him in the
themselves at
bucket.
every point in time.
He'd be like, sushi!
Mm-hmm.
He would eat that fish, though. He would.
Stop
would.
eating
That
the
he
bait.
would. That he would.
And Gregory?
It'd be Kroger, and I would take the Gordon's fisherman. And failing that, I would probably go hit up those 6 a.m. Emerald Isle, North Carolina mornings on the pier with my dad that I was too tired to do when I was younger.
Nice.
I feel like that's a very fair answer with the supermarket, Greg.
Yeah, I think so too.
But the Gordon's fisherman or my dad on the pier?
The supermarket. It's a very fair answer.
Justin, you've actually come up a few times this evening, in spite of the small peener question. You've come up a few additional times, so we appreciate you being. You're a long-time listener. Like, we know that you've been involved with Shadowcast almost from the very beginning, so we appreciate your commitment to Shadowcast. And
hey, Bobby, before you hang up on him, I have a follow-up question for him.
Go for it,
Justin.
Yo.
You got a neck on you these days. Do you have any advice for Robert D about picking out t-shirts?
Nah, man. You know my wife usually picks out all my t-shirts for me, so I don't got to worry about it.
You know,
lady.
Shout out to your wife, man.
The only reason Bobby loves you so much is because you breathe like Darth Vader.
And he looks like my brother. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. I remember, I'll never forget, I showed a picture of you to Adam, and I was like, who does he look like? And Adam was like, instantly, your brother. But yeah.
Well, hey, guys, for real, congratulations on 200 episodes.
Many thanks, man.
Fucking, it's a big milestone. We all love you and look forward to, hopefully 200 more.
Would you say that you love Fridays?
Yeah, I do love me some Friday, man.
Nice.
Sure takes the edge off the week.
And I'll be talking to you a little later this week, I hear.
You will be.
Sounds good. Until
Are you gonna take you?
I will be this week.
Bobby, follow space.
Sloppy seconds face.
Greg and Bobby falling in my face.
Yeah, sloppy thirds.
Yeah, we got a fun show planned, so it'll be good to see you.
Awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you get on with it. I'm gonna get back to work.
Take care.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye.
Why'd you let him finish his sentence?
Robert, you're not being consistent. Okay, I'm doing the best I can.
I wish all these guests would stop hexing us with fucking 200, 300, 2,000 more shows. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I just want this to be over with.
You're making Greg sweat. He's like, oh, this is a commitment. Oh,
Oh, it's a commitment. I'm stretching out my neck.
I was.
Oh, God. Does your wife get mad when you stretch out your shirts like that?
Oh, we have our next guest. Fellow Nerd Rage Radio host, Joe KW is in the house.
Smoothie!
Congratulations on 200 episodes.
Many thanks, sir.
The pill pusher himself.
Joe KW.
I'm naked right now, by the way.
Are you naked right now?
Oh, wait. Say that again.
I have a lot of questions about this.
I didn't get this excited since our first fucking caller.
Wait, 'cause I know a little bit about Joe KW. I know a little bit about his setup. I know a bit about his life. Are you in your bedroom?
No, I'm in my.
Can I cut you off right here real quick? When you say setup,
I think it means
that's what I'm wondering.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that I know that he has a lot of weapons in his room, and I was wondering if it was just him naked.
Oh, you gotta be careful, man. Swords.
If there's nobody over at my house, I'm naked.
Where are you at? Are you in your kitchen?
Yep.
With just a Silex? Is a Silex statue? Can you see a Silex statue from where you are?
I definitely can, but I'm more eyeing Witchblade than Psylocke.
And are you really butt naked right now?
Yeah, man. You want a picture?
Are you making waffles?
What we need you to do, Joe, is you need to go into the bathroom. I need you to make a duck face, and we need bare ass in the mirror.
Don't do that.
I just want to make sure you're not in a Hellraiser situation, are you?
No.
Like in a room full of like swords and blades and chains and shit. Okay.
Put your headset down. Yet. Put your headset down and smack your dick against your nuts. Let me know it's real.
No, you really meant it. Do that. You got a question for us?
Need to hear my ball slapping action.
Oh, everybody wants to hear that. These smooth balls.
Do you have a question for Shadowcast?
Yes, I do. Okay. So, with 200 episodes, you guys have had, lots of history. Members gained, member lost.
Yes.
I want to know each of you, opinion, if you can have one ex-member of SCU back, who would be?
Ooh, rough one. That's a rough one. So
I know.
For me, I've never. This is a fact. I've never wanted to lose anybody from SCU. I never wanted to lose Antoine. I never wanted to lose Oscar. I never wanted to lose Lenny. And they all left. Nobody kicked them out. They all left. And if I had to, gun to my head, make a decision, my choice would be Lenny. I think that he added an interesting perspective and a perspective from
Down Under.
Down Under, but in all seriousness, like a unique position because like everybody's speaking from American pop culture. That's how this shit resonates with them, and he wasn't because he doesn't have that experience. So like Lenny would be if I had to bring one back right now, gun to my head, I had to choose one. Lenny would be my choice. Robert.
I would say Oscar, but he like fucking hates it. Like he can't fucking stand it. Like
It's
so.
not about them; it's about you.
Right. I mean, yeah, but if he hates it, I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want to bring him back if he doesn't enjoy it, So I feel like Oscar's just off the list because he doesn't want to do it, So I have to say Lenny, I mean, I think Lenny is just a fit. When I heard Lenny come on, I got verklempt.
Yeah, you and me both.
Oh,
me both.
Prick.
Nice.
Fucking.
Matt.
Snowflake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. I mean,
like episode.
It was a great episode. I would want Oscar back too, but like Robert said, if you don't like doing it, it's kind of awkward and you feel like. But I would love to have Oscar, but Lenny would probably be my vote to get him because like I said, when he was on just a while ago, he clicked with us, and it felt good every week we had an episode with him. So
I agree. Justin.
I am, and this is no offense to anyone, I actually am going to go with Oscar. Just the way when he hosted the show, like, it to me felt the most like the host, Like, I feel like we lost something like, and we've lost something with everyone. I'm just saying, like,
every episode.
Like, I'm just saying that Oscar most felt like a natural host to something. Like,
Yeah, it was his calling.
When he's passionate about it, like, you know, like there was no person who fit the host responsibility better than Oscar.
Well, I miss his Asian voices. I resonate with that.
Did you like talk back to the computer?
Always.
And
you get out of my store.
You buy now first.
You buy now. Go.
And
Get off the buffet, fatty. Greg?
Greg, go for it.
I'd say Oscar is, well, I wouldn't say anybody in preference. I can't answer this question because this is kind of a loaded question. Like, this is a thing I can't answer it. I think Oscar is in a better place now. I think he's happier in his life. And I agree with Justin. I think Oscar added a lot to the show. Like, he brought a sense of vigor. Is that a good word to use?
What?
Vigor?
I think so.
With a V?
Yeah.
Vigor? Am I showing anybody get offended?
Oh my god!
But no, but like the way he hosted the show and the way that he like kind of carried himself, the way he transitioned things, like he was very much like, it was very much like take charge, like
He had a presence. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He had a presence. Yeah. Also, if I did have to pick one, I would say our first intro. I wish we could have that back. I miss that.
Yeah.
That was a good intro. That was our first,
classic.
That was our first, Bobby. That was our first time.
I know. I know it.
I ever had an intro. You ever had an intro? Like,
that's true.
We had a bunch of our friends involved. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
It's true. Shout out to Kang about those who are, on your show. Just throwing that out there.
It's true.
I love you, Joe KW.
Love you too, bro.
I miss Joe KW already.
I had to look out, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe. Say again.
I said I'm glad to hear the weight loss is working out for Matt.
Thank you. You need to. Yeah. I need to reach out to you about getting on my fitness thing.
Yeah, that's my bad, man. I've been meaning to put.
No, it's all right. No, it's my bad. I should have reached out to him anyways. He's the one that pointed out to me, so I was gonna. Yeah, I'll reach out to you.
I'm always accessible to any of you guys. So.
Joe, I moved all that shit by myself, man, because you're too busy to fuck with me these days. But it's all.
Motherfucker, I was.
Oh, that's why he's being a dick tonight.
I was scheduled to be moving shit with you, and then I got commandeered to do beer and bolters.
No, but
Joe is gone.
But what it is, Joe, I'm the first person to throw myself on the sword for the Pool Table Network.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's why he's being a dick tonight.
Bobby,
I
have
have
time for that.
I have a question for him when everybody's done. By the
Go
way,
ahead, Greg.
Joe KW. The next time you're in Columbus, like 5 minutes from my house, are you gonna hit me up to go eat a 50-pound cheeseburger? Okay,
100%. I didn't
speaking
even
of
know
fitness,
that's where you're from. Like, so I'm definitely going back to the Arnold next year. So I would definitely hit you when I'm there.
yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't do that fucking 50-pound cheeseburger shit.
Joe.
But hit me up. We'll go eat some tacos.
Okay. The tacos, is that code or?
It's a code for crack cocaine.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if it's the
That's
pink.
every code.
Joe, thank you for coming on. Is there any show you'd like to plug before you get out of here?
Definitely Nerd Rage Radio to
All right, that's all we needed from Joe. And next up, we have another special guest. Here we're adding him now. He should be ready to go.
Is that Nipples?
Nipples.
Nipples again.
This is Jarms.
Charms?
I'm sorry. Arms. Arms. You don't need to put your video on if you don't want, but I mean we're welcome to watch it.
No, I'm attempting. I'm giving it a go. I see. You're just on audio, and you're not going to give me the pleasure.
Nate, we're asking you to unbutton.
We may give you the pleasure at a different point in time, just not right now.
Nipples.
Fair enough.
Where's that?
This man has been to my office.
Has he really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about that.
I wasn't there.
He's not there.
Hey, probably the best advice you're going to get from Robert. That's all I'm saying.
I wasn't there.
Talk to my friend.
Yeah, so that worked out. No, it was nice. He had a bunch of his figures on display, and it was.
He didn't play with them. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to touch."
I would have rearranged the fuck out of
Oh, man, I wanted to, but I would now. That's the thing.
Lop your ass with them too.
How you doing, Matt?
Good, man. This is a good dude. This is a good dude. He's a chosen prime dude, but he's a good dude, man.
Even though I'm a chosen prime dude,
Both. It's possible for two things to exist in the same space at the same
There
time.
is. There is. He's a good dude. We talk.
Nate, do you have a question for Shattercast Uncut?
Yeah, and obviously, if somebody else has asked this in the interim, I've got others. I've got backups. But with a lot of our music heroes dying, who do you feel like you really need to see before they take that stairway to heaven? Who do you see live musically? What bands are?
Man, like see, here's the thing, man. Like, so I saw Marilyn Manson 2 years ago, and it was past his prime, but he was still alive. And like in a way, I wish I never saw him.
Okay.
Like it was a good show, but it wasn't the Manson show I wanted, and it may have been the Manson show I deserved. That's a separate conversation, but I'm not sure if I want to see anybody past their prime anymore. Like I'm taking that into account.
Well, he just means before they die. It doesn't mean they're past their prime.
But I know, but what I'm saying is maybe I don't want to see them at all. Maybe if I don't see them in their prime, I don't want to see them at all.
Well, do you think Prince was past his prime?
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. I wish I was.
Just because he was more of a recluse, he was still writing music.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So was Manson.
Yeah, but Chris Cornell, did you listen to his last album or any of his recent live stuff? It's phenomenal, and that's one of the guys that I'm just like, what was I thinking? Why did I not make it my mission to see him live?
Yeah, what about Hans, Bobby?
What about Stan Bush?
So here, there's two. There's two people I'd like to see. There's one person and one group I'd like to see live.
Dinger.
I would like to see Dipset live because I'm a massive Diplomat fan.
And a dick.
And secondly, and a dick. And secondly, I would like to see John Williams conduct a symphony orchestra one time in my life.
With Hans Zimmer?
Nope, I can do it without. I can live without Hans Zimmer. You're gonna fucking never let this Hans Zimmer thing go.
Man, clean your tub.
Clean your tub.
What about you, Robert? Who are you gonna see? Fucking who's that fucking dickhead that always sings about the beach?
Fun.
What's his name? That fucking dickhead. Everybody's like, everybody that wants to live on the beach loves him. Oh, you don't like so and so. Oh, it's
Sammy Hagar.
John something, the guitarist.
Come on,
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
No. I don't have any. I'm not a concert goer, so it doesn't really. The only concert I've ever been to was U2.
Sorry.
So.
You don't dragged to shows by clients or your wife or.
I get invited out all the time, and it's just not my thing. I don't like elbow rubbing, and I mean, I just don't. I don't
big rubbing.
Get tickets offered. I just don't do it. It's not my thing. The last fucking concert I went to was the fucking. What was it? With fucking Roby and what the hell is that show, Bobby? With fucking DJ Lance Rock and the goddamn toys that come to life.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Robert.
E-double.
Oh my god, I forget what it's called. With fucking, it's like a kid show.
You're talking about the Nutcracker.
No, the last show I went to was a fucking.
The VeggieTales.
It was like a kids TV show on stage at MSG. That was the last concert.
The Wiggles.
No,
You're into the Wiggles?
Barney.
Wiggle.
Wiggle.
No, I can barely get out to the movies.
All right. Who's next?
What about you, Justin?
You actually stole mine. I was gonna say John Williams. I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Good job, Bobby.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Here I thought I'm like, nobody's gonna say this, and then Bobby's first one goes, he's like, bam, like, God damn it.
Well, you know what? Because I saw that fucking live footage of that 40th anniversary Star Wars celebration this year, and I was like, fuck, I made the biggest mistake of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Matt, what about you?
Stan Bush. God, it would have been Prince. I'm so sad that I didn't get to see Prince in concert. He did come to Little Rock and I missed it. I would like to see AC/DC. I know the lead singer. I think he got sick or something. His throat real bad or something. I know Axl filled in for a couple of their shows and Steven Tyler and stuff. But I would like to see AC/DC before. I mean, they're way past their prime, but they look like still put on a great show. So, shout out to them.
And Greg for Mercy.
Cake.
Cake does put on a good show. Period.
Yeah, see, that guy knows.
Yeah, that guy knows.
I guess. I don't know.
No, I've only seen them once, but they definitely put on a good show.
Dude, I didn't know Cake existed like as a band until like 6 years ago.
Yeah, you mentioned. I think that was the last podcast you mentioned that, and I was like, yeah, they're
huge here.
Awesome live, but I would never own one of their albums, but I would definitely go to a show right now if somebody asked me to.
I would have various answers to this question in years past. Some more classical, not classical music, but like classical, like pop artists and things like that. But right now, while they're playing, I would say the band Jawbreaker. I would, yeah. That would be my thing. And nobody on this podcast is going to know who I'm talking about. And half the people listening to it aren't going to know who I'm talking about.
Did you say Jawbreaker or Jailbreaker?
Jawbreaker. Jailbreaker is you. That's your acoustic set.
Yeah, you know, I would actually, if I was going to go to a concert in modern days,
Justin Bieber.
TLC.
I would drop some shrooms and watch the Flaming Lips. That would be something I would do.
Hey, we played those remember that four record set they did? We did that.
Or Purity Ring. I like Purity Ring.
What about TLC?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we all should agree that we shouldn't go chasing waterfalls. We should.
That is true.
The lakes that we're used
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's not a TLC.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Stop talking over Bobby's transition to hanging up on this guy.
Thanks, Nate.
Nate, thank you for calling in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the show.
No, it's a pleasure to listen and a pleasure to be here. So
thank you for getting hung up on.
I apologize for calling you Jarms. I didn't think you were Jarms, but earlier today, Matt said in the chat, Jarms is a good dude. And I
did not. I didn't know.
No. Did say that in the chat? Did you not say that in the chat, Jarms?
Hold on, let me pull this shit up.
It doesn't matter, Bobby. I don't mind.
Take it back. Okay.
Hold on.
Hey, we almost caught up. So let's hang up on this guy.
He did. He did already.
Later, Greg.
No, he didn't. Bobby, he didn't hang up.
I'll talk to you later, Nathan.
Nate, many thanks.
Thanks for being on, and we appreciate it.
And we appreciate you listening.
Good dude.
I did not call you Jarms.
Bye, Jarms.
I didn't call you Jarms. Reference about Jarms. I don't have Jarms' Skype address, so I just figured that
I did not call him Jarms. I said Nate is a good dude.
I didn't say that you did call him Jarms.
Oh, calm down. Breathe.
All right. Let's add in the next
Bobby hernia face.
Bobby's stressed.
Hernia face.
Bobby hernia. Bobby face.
I got like new Skype contacts today.
Let's get the man, the myth, the legend.
We got 2 people left. Well, we got
3 people left. Oh, did he not reach you back?
Hand Spades. What's up, Jose? Hurricane BX is in the house.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on?
So good to see you at Skullfest.
What is going on?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did make a special appearance at Skullfest. Oh, no, that was last year.
Knife in the heart, guys. Knife in the heart. Hold on, but before we continue, hold on. Let me just log into my bank account and make sure I got the $250 to cover this.
Nice. Yes.
Basic.
We're doing 10-minute intervals.
No. Tonight we're doing $50 PayPal invoices after the fact.
I'll be waiting.
Robert will make sure that those are paid. By the way,
I'll cover it. Don't worry. I got you.
All right, Mr. Harrican, what is the question that we could have you ask live on our show tonight?
All right, guys. First off, congrats on reaching this milestone of 200 episodes. That's really, really incredible.
Thank you.
I started listening to the show. I came in around 93 or 94. I sent you guys a dispatch actually yesterday, to mark the occasion. And I don't know who hit me back, but they were like, hey, we're doing call-ins. So, check out the page on Facebook for the details. So pretty awesome that you guys are doing this. And, just hearing the evolution of you guys from when I came on, to where you guys are at now, consistent, solid. It's definitely a show that I look forward to listening to every single Friday morning. So thank you for that.
That's very kind of you to say.
So nice.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if this question, sometimes I have a bad memory, guys. So, if it's been asked before, please forgive me. But like I just mentioned, you guys have had an evolution on this show. When I came on, I actually started, like I said, 93 and started working my way down. So I know you had Oscar on the show. I know Antoine was on the show at one point. Of course, Lenny being the host for a bit there. So basically, if you guys could have any one of those guys back.
We actually have been asked that. Do you have a runner-up question?
A runner-up question. All right. So I know you guys were talking about last week also about
That's awesome.
seeing this end. Well, actually, I'm going to just try to come up with this like off the cuff, So, let's see. Hopefully I make it a good one. So like I said, guys, you guys have great chemistry and stuff like that. You talked about, continuing the show if you guys decide to bounce out. Okay, so you've had cast members before. Have you guys considered adding anybody like new to the clip? Anybody new that you'd like to bring on? Or do you guys think that would throw off the overall chemistry of what you guys have going on now?
Good question.
That is a good question. I feel like we are at a point where 5 is more manageable than 6. And it's not, and I say that having to repeat myself, that we never have asked anyone to leave Shadowcast. That's never been a thing. But not yet. Well, Greg and Justin have asked Robert to leave repeatedly, but he never has.
I always figured they were joking.
But
we were not.
but like
200%. Right?
But I feel like 5 is a much more manageable group. If I were, it's funny, better. Like it's twofold for me, because if I were to meet someone where I'd be like, this dude needs to be a part of this, then I would introduce that idea to these fellas. But at the same time, I'm also at a point with the Cool Table Network where if I did meet that same dude, I might think to myself, man, this dude might need his own show, and just try to bring in another show into the fold. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the spot that I'm at. I like, Shadowcast has a tendency, reputation, and a consistent kind of, track record of talking over one another all day long.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So
I agree
with 5.
Whatever Bobby's saying.
With 5, it's a bit easier to manage, and all of us are, with the exception of Justin, because poor Justin, we had to take a moment and be like, Justin, what do you think? Because he's very kind. But for the rest of us are like fucking vultures, and we're trying to fucking eat every fucking second to get our fucking opinions out. So I think that
or repeat jokes.
I disagree with you with what you're saying.
I think that it's a lot more manageable. But Robert, now is your time, brother. What would you like to say?
Ironically, I forgot what the question was.
I don't understand.
I was just talking shit.
We call that, the talking over each other. We call that getting rock rolled,
Right, exactly.
Would you like to add anybody add on, Robert? Would you like to anybody add somebody?
No. I think it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I don't think it's broke. If it felt that way, we would be having a conversation. Mm-hmm. Listen to him, Mr. Harumph. It doesn't come up.
That was legitimately coughing or like clearing my throat. Like
sure.
Serious issues there.
Matthew.
Man, I wouldn't mind adding somebody on, but like you said, it is kind of yeah, the 5 feel good right now. Like you said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So, but I wouldn't mind adding somebody on. I mean, if like you said, if you found somebody that clicked with us, just like Lenny and and Oscar and them did with us, I think it'd be cool to bring somebody else on.
Justin.
So, I mean, I agree with the five thing, but at the same time, sometimes like I always liked when Lenny came on, we got a different perspective, and I've always thought it'd be interesting if we had a girl's perspective on the show. So like if we ever did
from another country.
Well, it's not even necessarily that. Just like the female opinion in general, I think is one that would be interesting to have on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
So like if I was gonna add anyone, that's what I would do. But it is a lot of we talk over each other, and it's pretty freaking annoying sometimes. So.
Not for nothing. I mean, I think if we ever wanted to have a female on a show for a special appearance, I think Emily rolled right in tonight. Mm-hmm. Not for nothing. Like she held her own.
I've asked her to be on quite a few times.
I think that if we ever wanted to have like a female perspective, like she's the girl we're looking for. But anyway, Greg.
I knew what I was going to say, and then I changed my mind. I wouldn't want to add anyone right now. I think Three's company and Five's a crowd. I think we manage well, but I wouldn't want to add anybody right now. Maybe in the future, like if someone else drops off, we can look at it. But that's just me personally.
Yeah.
When we eventually get Robert to quit the show, we'll start talking about it.
Yeah. Justin says the shit that I just can't bring myself to say because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Well, when we sell fucking Robert to RSC for 50 bottle caps.
No, what about a washer and dryer?
Oh, a washer and dryer would be nice.
I know.
We just paid off our new washer and dryer, man. What a fucking racket that fucking industry is. Anyway,
do you guys have any of that old Formula Coke Zero laying around? Because I might be able to trade.
I don't think so. Maryland Phil brought some vanilla Coke Zero for Joe to keep in the basement.
Damn.
It's so funny, man. Harrigan, man, thank you for coming on.
Love you.
I
tell you, I spent a lot of time in the Bronx on Fordham Road. You are without a doubt, you and Dave. Most kindest Puerto Ricans I've ever met from New York.
He's saying Puerto Ricans are all mean.
I just said that the Puerto Ricans that I was rolling with when I was in the Bronx, they were not like Harrigan BX and Energon Addict. I can tell you that. Or maybe they were, but they're just putting on their podcast face.
That's a good dude too. Energon Addict. That's a good dude.
That's how you compliment someone and insult them at the same time.
Wait, is that?
You want to know a funny story about Energon Addict? I realized I unfriended him on Facebook because like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, because the picture didn't even look like him at all. And then I'm like, looking, I'm like, oh, it's Energon.
He puts himself in disguise. He doesn't realize it, man. That was part of the problem in Skullfest a couple years ago.
That's good. That's a nice and real great.
Yeah, he's the man.
And he's funny as hell. Like when you get him out of his shell, he's really funny.
Yeah, I saw he was the first one to run for that mac and cheese at this last one.
No,
and it fucked me out of it. I didn't get any mac and cheese, and this on video him running for the mac and cheese. That's on
mac
video.
And cheese was good.
I saw that.
That's Smeagol's fault, dude.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you.
I know that your show is going through some stages and finding itself and so forth. We haven't plugged it. We have. I don't know if all the kind of cards have kind of fallen into the proper slots. Once they do, then definitely it'll be added to the regime. But you want to plug it right now while you have the opportunity.
Don't hang up on.
Definitely, guys. Thank you so much. You could catch the ROC Hangout every single Tuesday night. We go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. We actually just finished wrapping up the show about 20 minutes ago. And yeah, like you said, Bob, we are trying to work on some ideas to...
My man Bob me.
Bob.
Well, Bob, let me tell you.
Sorry. No, we are trying to work some new ideas into the show. We've actually started implementing some of that already. And, we're trying to bring a new angle to it. So as soon as all those cards fall into place, we'll definitely let you guys know. And we'll appreciate the shout out. And real quick, I think the closed door policy that you guys do have on this show, I think helps the chemistry amongst you all. So I don't find anything wrong with that. Adding anybody new, don't really need it, guys. You guys are doing great. And like I said, congratulations on 200. And I look forward to the show every Friday. So,
hey, Jose, just real quick, who was the last person on the Hangout from Shattercast?
You were on one of our after shows, but I think Deluxe has been with us on the live portion. So, I'd love to have all you guys one night. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be hitting you guys up if you could make it. I'd love to have you.
Yeah, that is a whore. Don't let him on anymore.
Yeah, Deluxe. Oh man.
What?
Any little piece of cheesesteak you dangle in front of him, he's just gonna jump all over.
I do love some cheesesteak.
Thanks for being on, Jose. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem, guys. Thanks a lot for having me.
Good night, folks.
All right, and now we have just a few more. We have 2 more people.
Oh, did you get it? Did you get the second one?
I'm calling the first one now, and I've been in contact with the second one. I've been in contact with both throughout. The second one was not showing he was on, even though I've been in contact.
Who's the second person?
Remember 321 Contact? Ever watch that show as a kid?
Who gets the Rockstar intro?
I don't want to give away the last person that we.
No, that knocked my mic over.
It's not Tyler Raff, I'll tell you that.
Hey,
you got my wife on?
What do you guys think about this Dinobot price? You know what I mean?
Come on now. That'd be worth it.
There he is. Paul C. Welcome to Cast Uncut, episode 200.
The smooth sequel.
What's up, gentlemen?
Paul, I just recently realized that you were at you. It makes perfect sense, and I never thought about it. And I was like, I forget what happened, but I was like, God damn, that's Paul. So I really think you should superimpose your face onto Michael Jackson's Thriller.
I might need Robert D's special Photoshop skills for that because I'm a novice when it comes to Photoshop.
Hey Paul, when I met you at Skullfest, what's the first thing I did?
Rub his belly?
You rubbed my arms, and then you said, "Hey Bobby, it is really smooth." It was an honor, sir.
The pleasure was all mine.
And dude, this guy's taking over RC, man. He's doing the blog shit. He's doing everything on RC now. He's taking over.
And he's getting a new show up off the ground. We're going to talk about that a little bit before he hops off. But before that, Paul C., do you have a question that you could ask us?
I do. I actually have. I've got 2 questions prepared. So, would you guys prefer a Transformers themed question or a non-Transformers themed question?
We're going non-Transformers tonight.
You say non?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, within the past 7 days, how many times do you think Deluxe has taken a shit? And of those times, how many of those got the selfie treatment?
We might have to take the first option on this because this is the second time this has been referenced.
I'm gonna so Deluxe, you're gonna go last. I want you to think about the last 7 days, and I want you to start making notes and figuring out how many times it was. I'm going to try to take a guess. I'm going to go with 10. See, my gut tells me that he takes 2 shits a day. But then I'm also like, man, maybe he struggles with that second shit every now and then. So maybe it's just...
Ain't no struggling here, brother.
Maybe it's just 1 shit a day and then a bonus every other day. So I'm going to go with 10. Robert D.
I'm going to say, okay, I think he shits twice a day for sure. And then whenever he goes out on a hunt, he's like biologically trained his body to shit in the store. And I would think he hunts 3 times a week. So I would say 10.
You're going to go 10? That's 10. Twice a day would be 14 plus 3 would be 17.
Okay, 17.
Okay. Justin?
Good math there, buddy.
I'm going 13 times in the week. Okay. And to answer your second part of your question, I think every other time.
What was the second part?
How many
Oh,
times does he
selfies.
take a selfie?
Only in Walmart and shit. Only when he's on a hunt.
Yeah, I think it's only when he's in someplace weird. So it's like it's only when he's like not at home or at work, because he's already hit up a few work ones. So he's like, man, his work spot is played out.
The lighting isn't good.
No,
not the school.
Greg.
All those Target ones look the same though, and yet he still takes many Target selfies.
That is
Good lighting. Good lighting, man.
That's a good point. Greg, what's your opinion on the matter?
I'm gonna say, I don't know, 4, and
a week.
I'm gonna say Paul Otterlife.
Can I add one more answer?
Oh yeah, you can, Justin.
5 or 20,000. Just throwing it out.
He shits all
Can I
the time.
change? Can I change my answer to $1?
Yes.
Playing the odds.
All right, Matthew. Put the
I don't know. It's probably around 14. I mean, I take at least 2 shits a day. And selfies, I like to try to take one in a new area. So what Target, Walmart, Kroger. I think one was Kroger. I think one at couple at school, and one I got one at home too. The one with the ROC turtle shirt, that was at home.
That's a nice bathroom, man.
Thank you. It's separated. Got a little shower on one side, and then got the tub in the other side.
T2RX6 wins, which means
I feel like the biggest loser though.
You get your own personal
shit selfie.
Hold on, Justin. I'll give it right to you in a second.
Are you shitting right now, Matt?
No, I am not.
So Paul is part of a new podcast that will more than likely, I would imagine, end up part of the Cool Table. They got to get on iTunes. They got to get some episodes under their belt and so forth. But Paul, would you like to talk about it?
Yeah.
Smoothies.
Yeah. So the new podcast is called Building Up to It, and I guess if cast members is the right word to use there, it's me, it's Bricks on the Dollar, and Iron Claw, and we basically talk about Legos and or Lego bricks in general. And the way to kind of equate it, I suppose, to the other Cool Table Network shows is like SCU is a Transformers podcast, but from the perspective of an adult collector. This is very much the same thing. It's about Lego sets, but from the perspective of an adult fan of Lego, or if you're in the community, it's called an AFOL, an adult fan of Lego. So it is basically kind of a little bit of news, mostly our opinions on things, and we get a lot of very interesting kind of perspectives on stuff because Bricks on the Dollar, he himself is a Lego kind of a retailer, so he's got a resale shop where he sells bricks. I'm just a big fan and spend a lot of money on Legos. And Iron Claw is...
Do you shit on the Lego movies like we shit on the Bay movies?
Actually, no. That is a great question.
That was good.
Very good question. But I think the level of quality has been set pretty high from the first Lego movie, and the other ones have actually been pretty enjoyable as well.
Give it 30 years.
Even though... Yeah, yes, that is true. In 30 years looking back, though, I suppose these are all just bricks regardless. So in 30 years, the brick is still going to be a brick. So it's not going to be like any raping of a childhood, I suppose, with it as far as that.
There'll be new high-tech digital bricks. You just wait and see.
Tell us about Iron Claw. I didn't mean to cut you off. Well, yes, they did, but tell us about Iron Claw.
So he's relatively new into
I heard he's Canadian. Is that true?
And he is Canadian, and he has really long, kind of shaggy hair. And then one can only hope. But he's got long hair, and then Bricks the Dollar's got a nice bushy beard, and I'm Asian and can't grow facial hair, and I'm balding. So it's the exact opposite of those two.
Well, you're an Asian Bobby then.
I haven't taken the leap to shave yet, so I haven't shaved my head. Though that could have been my next question: is at what level of baldness should a man start shaving his head? That's a very valid question.
I'm going to answer that question on my own and tell you that one day you'll be at a party or a gathering or a get-together, and you'll get a picture back of your head from an angle that you don't normally see, and you'll know. Thank you for coming on.
And
thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure. No, thank you. Thank you.
I wish you the best with, what is it called? Building it up from the bottom? What is it?
Building up to it.
Going in from the back.
So he's not to listen.
Building up
tell.
to it, I suggested that to Bricks on a Dollar personally. I hope that it all works out. Anxious to hear that shit get put on a fucking audio platform so I can actually listen to it. And
thanks for listening to us.
I think that's up to Ace. So if Ace likes it, then he'll put him on the iTunes, I suppose.
Okay. I wish it the best though.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Congrats on the 200 episodes, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Movie.
Paul.
All right. And now we are going to add our last listener.
Now, while you're doing that, do you think you have to register to be a Hayfall? Do you think it's something you have to like sign up for and tell your neighbors about, or?
I don't know.
Bromies.
I thought you were going to say sex offender.
So who are we going to close it down with? Who are we going to close down the show?
Adam. Are we closing down with Adam?
No. MP Collector.
Oh,
Shatter
God.
Class.
Oh,
Yes.
God damn, here he is.
Yeah.
Hey, am I on SCU?
You're on SCU, son.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
Don't get used to it. It's only 10
I'm
minutes.
sending questions. You guys would have me on one day.
Yep.
It worked.
So we're actually closing down the show with you. You can stay on with us until we end the show.
Be careful what you offer.
Okay. Well, so the good news is whether it goes poorly, it's not much time left.
He sounds like he's on Make-A-Wish. Like
Do you have a question for us?
I most certainly do. I'm assuming you guys already talked about the $250 Dinobot, right?
Nope.
Hey, MP Collector, off and on.
Okay. All right. I'll go somewhere else then. So for this week's question, one of the things that I love most about this show is the way you guys focus on the hobby, and how the hobby impacts your life. You guys rarely ever get sidetracked talking about anything sensitive like politics or social issues or anything like that. It's just an escape for me once a week. I was wondering if that was intentional in the sense that, do you guys have hard and fast rules regarding what topics are off limits while you're taping? Do you guys have to go back and edit material out? Or if it just happens to work out that way?
It's not intentional. Like,
Bobby's a big Trump supporter.
Wait, hold on, Bobby. Before you answer,
Gets us in trouble.
Can he read the last part of the question? Because this is the one he sent. This is the important part to me.
Okay, read the last part of the question, MP Collector.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine. So, do you guys ever have to go back and edit out material because those rules are broken during taping?
No, the part that was in the question you sent, the part about you listening and not hearing breaks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I never noticed breaks in the conversation when listening to SEU. So that'd be pretty impressive if you ever had to do that without editing out material.
So, I've only edited a handful of episodes. Justin can talk more about that when he gets to it. I have edited stuff out. I've edited out a few mat triggers.
Yeah, you know what?
That's a fact.
Okay, I'll do that.
We've never had the conversation really off air of not talking about politics. I think that our political opinions range across the board. And I think that, but I this. I say that to say this. I don't think that most of us really give a shit. I had this conversation with Adam and Joe on Nerd Rage recently. We finished the show, and I was like, you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about Trump. I don't give a shit about the Russians. I don't give a shit about the North Koreans. I don't give a shit about these, this, that, this group, that group, this group's battling this group. You know what I give a shit about? I give a shit about whose raised parents are. That's what I give a shit about. So I think that all of us are knowledgeable to an extent about what's going on in the world around us, but I think that it's not. And I could be speaking out of line, but I don't think it's our passion. I think our passion is this stuff, and it's one of the few times that we get to talk about it. So the other bullshit of real life just doesn't come up. Robert?
Yeah, it's almost like I feel like I'm walking into an Irish pub. You don't talk politics. It's almost like an unspoken rule because it can get uncomfortable. and nobody wants to go there. You know, I mean, it's just like, right? It's like almost like I don't want to spend this time debating with my friends the shit I hear on the news and the shit that I hear from my family or friends outside. I want to talk about this stuff, you know, and because I think we all know without really ever having deep discussions whatever each person's view is, you know. So it's like we just accept it instead of kind of debate it with each other. You know what I mean? Like we're not trying to convince each other or win arguments. We just accept each other. That's what I think. But there's no rule. You know,
No,
I think
there's no rule.
If it came up, we'd probably have the discussion and Bob, you'd want to win the argument.
No, I don't.
There's only one reason Adam is like that. It's because he grew up with you, Bobby.
Matt, do you have an opinion on the matter?
Man, I ain't looking for nothing but a good time, man.
Oh,
No, I mean, I don't, you know, the politicals, I don't care, you know, like I said, I just don't give a shit, you know, when I'm on SEU, I just want to talk about, you know, stuff, and I don't want to, you know, you're not going to change my opinion, I'm not going to change your opinion, you know, or your views, so why even go there? You know, just make it a fucking awkward show. So, I mean, there are, you know, podcasts out there for that if you want to listen to it, and that's cool. But for this, you know, we want to talk about Transformers and, you know, any Star Wars, Marvel, or anything else, and just have a good time. You know, we don't want to bring it down, you know, and piss somebody off or piss each other off. So I think it's, you know, but like I said, if we did talk about it, you know, we would probably respect each other's opinion and just, you know, make fun of each other, and then just move on.
Justin.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's no real rule about it, but like, I mean, I live kind of by the personal rule that like I don't like to discuss any of that stuff with any of my friends because it's very polarizing. You know, like one person feels one way, one feels the other, and like a lot of times it doesn't end well. So it's just like I don't talk about that with anyone that I actually care about. And so like when it comes to the show, like, you know, all these are people I care about, and not one of them do I want to offend because my opinion on life, you know, or the situation in the world differs from someone else's. It's not worth that to me. And like the grand scheme of things, like I also live by the idea that like nothing I have to say or think about the situation actually is going to make any kind of difference in this world, you know? Like it just doesn't. So it's
Screaming
not
in the
worth even
wind,
wasting
you know?
time. Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to add to the editing process since you edit the most?
Yeah, so largely I would say that we are pretty good. Like we don't really have too many things that end up needing to get edited out by any means, but it happens. And a lot of times it's kind of quick. I end up looking at the file and I see where there's big gaps in the conversation where it's kind of, you know, you can tell that the thing is awkward, and I'll go back and I'll specifically listen to that. And if it's like a 20-second pause, like I'll cut it down to like 5 seconds, so it's more seamless, you know?
Right.
That's the big thing. Other than that, like any time we're recording, I have a notepad open so I can write down a timestamp of anything that shouldn't be said in the podcast, anything that could come across as offensive, or, you know, just puts out information that someone didn't want out there, like any number of things. I'm always watching for that, for at any point to just kind of, exactly. So I can just kind of come swing back through and, you know, nix that right there.
Let me just add something real quick. If you're ever listening to the show and I tell a bad joke and there's a 3-second pause, there was actually a 10 to 20-second pause. This is true.
They had to edit out me and a Bobby fight one time. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, and
yeah, that was a good fight too, man.
You're like, if you want to leave, just leave.
Yeah, I mean, and we've had times that like nobody outside of us knows it. Like we've had times where there have been arguments amongst, you know, people that are on the show, and you'll never know about it, and you'll never ever hear them. Like those are gone. They're lost in the wind, and they've been edited out of the show for a reason because. Believe me when I say they made the cast members kind of feel awkward, and, you know, like, as a listener, like, that'd be super awkward to listen to, so.
Yeah. And we know, like, we're aware, like, and like, we get PMs, like, we're like, you know, people be like, man, the show got a little weird around, like, we know. And, like, if there was any real issue between us, we would have cut that shit out, you know, like, we're aware. Greg.
Well... We usually have about 30 minutes before the show starts where we kind of bullshit and a lot of politics and things like that get out of the way there.
It's true.
There's no rule, as has been said. Politics have been referenced on the show, which have led to a couple of instances, at least I can remember, and probably more, that have been cut out of the show, but you would never know it because Justin is just so good at what he does.
Aw.
Thank you. That does mean a lot to me.
You're good at it.
I've gone back and listened to some things, and I thought you would cut out like an entire segment, and
It's
you were
fucking
like in there
seamless.
like fucking like with a fucking X-Acto knife, like.
You're probably really good at operation.
No, I'm not. I have shaky hand.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that does get cut out, and there's a little bickering and arguing. But you know what? If it was that big of a deal, we wouldn't be here the next week doing it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Did you kick him out already?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't see his thing. I'm like, where'd he go?
MP Collector, we thank you for the question every week.
We
man.
love you, dude. You're a fucking
Man.
awesome dude, man.
Thank you guys for taking the time to answer every question I send in. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Hey,
I have to
can-
say hi to you at TFCon.
Can you do me one favor though before we're done?
What's that?
Can you get the fuck out, please, so I can go eat dinner?
All right.
Congratulations on 200 episodes, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for being on, man. We appreciate you so much.
All right. On that note, we'll get on out of here. And it's been 200 episodes. Instead of hoping for 200 more, let's just be thankful for today and look forward to tomorrow.
Shardouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Edges Around, by Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerve Rage Radio, 8 Weeks, and my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock, at Real Robot, at Fear Corpse. I am Ratchet, Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast. This podcast is intended for mature audiences, so the sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit for your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it now and shut the fuck